good? What's good? What's good? SWAC champs, baby. Back to back. Let's jump into it, man. Y'all go ahead and hit that share button, hit the like button. What a day, 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 what a day. So it's good, everybody. Give me just a sec, man. I'm gonna jump right into it, man. It feels good, man. This is the feeling that I wanted to have. We knew the inevitable was gonna happen. We talked about that last night for a long time, and we're not gonna, we gonna keep dealing with it until I don't know if y'all had a chance to catch Coach Prime's IG. He put it out there for himself. Like Coach Prime, being the dude that he is, he's a very transparent dude for the most part, and he didn't leave nobody second guessing. So now it's official. It's official. Coach That is. So yeah, man. What up? What up? What up? I mean, it's one of them things where, you know, it's going to be a dominating headline. I mean, there's a lot of people that feel a certain type of way because now this is the cool part about it. The cool part about everything is that now we know for officially what the deal is. I mean, you don't have to speculate. There's no more rumors, so you don't have to have that cloud of question marks above your head. I'm just happy we won the dadgum game, man. We beat Southern and man, 12-0, bro. 12-0. Best season in HBCU football history for us. You know, it's the best season we've had. We got one more to get. I can't wait. We got a couple of weeks to delve into it. I can't wait to really go and kind of dissect North Carolina Central and watch some more of their games. And really, I'm looking forward to this breakdown. So if you haven't listened to Coach Prime's IG, from the sounds of it, it looks like he's going to be coaching the Celebration Bowl. That was one of the question marks we had. So that means if he's coaching the Celebration Bowl, then of course Shador and they're going to finish this season out. I mean, this is one for the ages. I do like the way I like the way it was handled, man. I mean, you know, let's do this and then we'll get into football. I'm not looking at the comments just yet because I kind of want to get my thoughts out. So I see it's 120 comments, 247 in the room. Y'all go ahead and hit that like button, hit the share button if you want to donate. I got to buy a ticket to Atlanta now. You know what I mean? I got everything else, but I didn't buy my freaking plane ticket. I don't know what I was thinking about. Usually I get that plane ticket first because if I don't need it, I could always use it as flight credit as much as I fly. But let's get into Ashley Robinson, our AD, put out a letter pretty swiftly. I mean, he sat in with Coach Prime with the team. And so there was a statement put out today. Coach Prime did not meet with the media after the game. He tried to go into the room, and I think Eric Dooley was still in there. So he was like, all right, bump this, I'm rolling. So, but anyway, let's touch on the statement of Ashley Robinson real quick. There you have it, man. I love the statement. I appreciate AD Robinson jumping right on it, putting a statement out saying, look, we're gonna show public support for Coach Prime. A lot of people was in my comments from the last show talking about we're ungrateful and all these other things, as if Coach Prime was doing us a favor. The reality of the matter is that we needed a football coach, and Coach Prime was looking to get a coaching job. So the timing was perfect. We hired him, and he had a healthy salary. I actually reported a salary that was way less. He's actually 3 times less than what I was told today by someone that actually writes the checks. So Deion Sanders was getting paid way more than what we discussed on last night's stream. So, but that doesn't matter right now. He's going to accept. He has accepted. They've already announced it. I think as of right now, he's probably in flight, heading to Boulder, possibly for a press conference. I don't know. I'm not really even concerned with it at this point. It is what it is. So I would just recommend everybody, if you haven't, check out the IG video so you can see what he had to say. See, it's clear that he had it's clear that he has heard everything, and he gave his perspective on it, and it is what it is. I'm kind of, everybody's gonna deal with this how they choose to deal with it, because everyone internalized Deion Sanders coming to Jackson State in their very own way. So yeah, I'm good, man. I mean, I'm better now because, like I told you guys yesterday, I had dealt with this for over a week, and just kind of just accepted it to be what it is, and was ready to I was ready for it to be what it is now, and that is to be known exactly. Everybody knows, everybody's on one accord. There's no more. So one thing I'm not going to get any more of, and I was just exhausted with, is questions about what Coach Prime's going to do. So for that, I'm relieved. It's one less inbox or text message or phone call. Now it's going to shift to, what do you think about it? And everybody's venting, and everybody is saying what they got to say. He definitely leveled up, did what he had to do. I'm not even going to go and delve into much more of what he said this and look at what he did and trying to come back and get into it. I mean, look, man, we got a SWAC championship, back-to-back SWAC championships. That's dope as heck, man. That's dope. Last time we went to the SWAC championship back-to-back, we actually lost. So that was under Coach Rick Comegy. We lost to UAPB 2012 in overtime, and then we lost to the team we just defeated today in double overtime. So, man, you're not going to, good luck trying to get me to be down about the results of the game. Now, there's a business side of this, and I know he said a lot of things in his interview with the team or meeting with the team. And it seems like to me that he is going to try to minimize some of the damages that he's going to cause by his departure to Colorado, and putting it out there that, hey, he's going to accept this job, and trying to, mitigate some of the portal. A lot of the players entering the portal. Don't really know if that would work. Don't really know if that would even matter. I think the thing that's going to help with the portal is us hiring our next coach. When that is known, so we shift from, is Deion Sanders going to leave? Now the question marks are, what are we going to do now? Because, there's a lot of really good kids that I have grown to have a lot of love for. And, I'm in communication with a few of the players now, and they want to know what I know, like, hey, man, what are you hearing? Like, what are some of the names? Because they have decisions to make. They got to go back and have conversations with their families. And it's not going to stop, man, until we actually name a coach. I know inside of the interview, I keep saying interview, inside of the meeting with the team, Coach Prime recommended that TC Taylor become our next head coach, and I am totally, on board with that if that's what A.D. Robinson decides to do. We're going to get behind TC. like it's nobody's business. You know what I mean? And I just think there's a lot of relief on a lot of different sides, man. There's a plethora of emotions that I'm pretty sure many of the players are going through right now. And we got to just get through it, man. You know what I'm saying? There's emotions of excited that we won back-to-back championships, but let's be real, that has been kind of, for them to have to rush back to the campus and sit down and meet with Coach Prime, and he's sitting in front of them. I do respect that, though. I mean, we can say what we felt he didn't handle, or what he said, or what he was like, look, we're gonna deal with this head on, and he said that, he said that, as a coach, you either get elevated or terminated. That is true, actually. So in his mind, he was like, you know what? This is my chance to leave on my own terms. This is my chance to elevate myself, put myself in a better situation. Definitely got a bigger bag. That's for that going show. His paycheck is going to be a lot healthier than the paycheck he was getting from Jackson State, even though his paycheck at Jackson State was pretty healthy. Highest paid coach in FCS. Coach Prime was being paid on some levels. He was getting paid higher than some Group of 5 coaches. Definitely was more than likely the highest paid FCS coach. Now that I know what the figures are, the real figures, you know what I mean, with the potential. ESPN put a number out this morning. So it's just something, all that's cool, all that's fine and dandy. We got a while to go to really break the game down, but I wanted to get that out since that was the hot thing. You had a lot of stuff happen today, man. We won the SWAC championship and we beat Southern, man, and I can't be more ecstatic about that. Like, my goodness, man, to beat them twice in the same season on our same field, and we dominated them today. So, I'm good, man. I'm good. So with that being said, I'll take a look at the comments now, because there's 255 comments in this joke, and I don't know if I'm gonna go through all of them, but I'll just kind of jump in here and see what you guys are talking about, and we'll go from there. So, damn, there's a lot of names in this joint too. Oh man, I might regret looking at these comments. Yeah, I ain't gonna read through all of this. Well, y'all said a lot of stuff, man. He said, why are the said Lockhart has decommitted? Of course, man, that's part of it. He committed to Deion Sanders, and Deion Sanders going to Colorado. Funny thing about Lockhart, though, Lockhart had Colorado, ironically, as one of his top 3 schools. So he could very easily see if that offer stands and kind of go from there. That's all par forward, though. Like, we're going to be fine, man. Signing day is in February. Early signing day is this month. And let's be real, HBCUs aren't really in the business of early signing like what we've seen with Coach Prime. So a part of that, under his leadership, we were absolutely dealing with. We were dealing on a level that Power Fives are dealing on with, getting a lot of recruits in December. So listen, man, this is par forward. Lockhart has relationships, and we actually interviewed him on Tiger Talk. We was here for his official visit, and wish him the best. You know what I mean? We Jackson State was here. Like I said, Jackson State was here before Coach Prime is going to be here now that Coach Prime is in Boulder. And you know what? It's okay. Right now he still has to graduate, and get to whatever school. So he may go ahead and commit to another school and enroll, or whatever the case may be. We wish him the best. So, yeah, I see a lot of names out there. I'm gonna let y'all just kind of get into that. My anger hit. There's a lot of names. Man, are you crazy, man? Man said Art Browse. Are you freaking? You can't be. You got to be trolling. I know you ain't. I know you didn't mean that, B Fresh. Hell no. Yeah, I'll drop the link in a little bit, man. We'll get into it. So listen. We can't do this. We can't. I could spend an hour on here telling you why TC would be a phenomenal recruitment for Coach Prime. Like, there is only one Deion Sanders in the whole world. There is nobody like Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders is like Michael Jordan, Muhammad Ali. When I talk about that, I mean in stature, LeBron James. They're like the one of ones, like Steph Curry. Like, I don't even say those people are on his level. He's a different kind of dude, man. So thinking that you can duplicate whatever we just did, it's not happening. So you have to, and this is what makes A.D. Robinson such a I don't want to get on my soapbox right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I need to defend TC because it seems like to me we act like he hasn't earned the right to do that. I'm gonna tell you, TC has 5 conference championships, 3 with North Carolina Central, and now 2 with Jackson State. He's been able to survive multiple staffs. He's been on multiple staffs, multiple winning staffs. At what point do we give? I'm not saying that we're going to go with TC, but I'm just saying, at what point do we stop telling our own that he ain't good enough? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not saying that's the route that we're going to go, but TC is qualified to be the head football coach at Jackson State University. And one can make the case that when you're in all in your feelings and very emotional, and we feel gutted because Coach Prime's gone to Boulder, and now you don't know what to do. TC actually could be a very great stabilizer of the program because he loves Jackson State, and he's gonna do what's best in the interest for Jackson State, maybe not necessarily for himself, because he could have easily bounced and rolled out a long time ago. So has had the opportunity to go under mentorship at Tennessee, the Tennessee Titans, and I don't understand that notion. I think that's emotions. Like, I can't get behind TC. I had to stop for a minute because I'm like, wait a minute. Like, we're not finna, this ain't no Bash TC. This ain't Bash TC hour. What are your bases? What are you basing that off of? That TC ain't qualified to lead Jackson State after Coach Prime. You're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. And I'm not saying that that's the route we're going. That could come off as very hypocritical, by the way. We want to complain about feeling like somebody betrayed us, but we don't want to hire our own. Like, literally, a son of the city, literally played at Jackson State, literally has a coaching resume that's a mile long, and he has had success after success after success after success, has been under coach after coach, has seen it at the highest level. You see what I'm saying? Has been on and so I don't know. I'm not pushing, anything. I'm not saying anything because I don't know what A.D. Robinson is going to do. I know what names are out there. You know what I'm saying? I know who's interested, but at the same time, let me do this real quick, man, because I'm not done with this TC stuff. I'm disturbed by I'm not going to get, sidebarred, but I just want to maybe prick your consciousness a little bit when you say that, because TC, to me, you're talking about program stability. This happens all the time when you see, often when you see coaches leave for other roles. A lot of times the administration would hire someone from their staff. You know why they do that? Because that person on that staff could probably preserve a lot of the staff that's not going to Boulder, Colorado, and keep some continuity, to keep some things in place. Because with TC may come, Otis stays, who's the director of player personnel. You know what Otis knows? Otis knows every single player that we've sent offers to. He knows who we was targeting. He knows everything. If you just wipe the slate clean and don't have nothing for continuity, you're talking about gutting your entire roster because everybody jumped ship. And then you're talking about APR issues, which you're going to be in them beef groups trying to defend, because Jackson State APR is going to be in the toilet because you're going to have 40, 50 players hit the portal, and now you got to start over. You get what I'm saying? And there's no resemblance of everything. I've enjoyed these past 2 seasons. I don't know about y'all. And we got some really good kids on the roster right now that is not going to Boulder, Colorado, that still got eligibility, that I would absolutely like to see them in the Jackson State uniform next season. Okay? So let's kill that notion, man. I mean, I think the best way to say that is, you know what? I don't know what A.D. Robinson is going to do. And if he decides that TC is the best candidate to lead the Jackson State football Tigers December 2022 going forward, then damn it, get behind it. It's like we're already setting up a complaint. Like if he go that route, oh man, we could have went this, we could have did that. And I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I am on my soapbox. But anyway, let me shut up. So man, hell no. Did y'all not see what happened with Grambling? We're not doing that. Like, why would we do that? Like, what the hell? Yes, absolutely, because of everything that comes with that. Yes. The backlash. You saw the backlash that Grambling got? They had to moonwalk like a summer gun. Man, I'm not even wasting no time on that. I'm done with the Art Brown stuff. We can move on from that. In football, Dion might be the only one. Yeah, that's true. Yes, I think TC can uphold the mantle. What mantle is there to uphold? That mantle done got that mantle's on the plane heading to Boulder right now. What are you talking about? I don't know who is. Man, this is about football, man. This is about relationships, the ability to recruit. You know what I'm saying? Knowing what's in place. Here's another thing. Dion was a powerful person, man. That dude is a powerful dude, man. And he controlled everything. Just something to think about. You know, it might be some things we don't know everything, but somebody on the staff knows like what's really going on, so they might be able to. I don't know who's staying or who's leaving. Nobody knows that right now. We don't know anything. We just know that Coach Prime is on the way to Boulder, and we just won the SWAC championship. So, man, listen. I'm sorry. I got a little sidetracked. That's why I'm like looking at the comments sometimes. Y'all be tripping in the comments. Put that liquor down. Put down that yak and that vodka. And let's be real. And I know you're speaking your truth and nothing like that, but it's like we don't know if these big name people can coach like that. And for more specifically, we don't know if they can coach in Jackson. We ain't the easiest people to deal with. Y'all know that. I had, Coach Mo Sims like, man, but the city going crazy, ain't it? I said, yeah, bro. Welcome to Jackson. He's like, yeah, dog, I didn't know it was going to be like this. I said, yeah, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. I mean, do you know for sure, Kevin? I honestly don't know who's all going with Coach Prime. I guess in the end, we'll all know. I know. I know Andre Hart and Kevin Mathis is going. Those two, I would suspect Tim Brewster, Mo Sims, I mean, I don't see why Jeff Weeks and Thurman would or wouldn't go, but I mean, why wouldn't he? He has the best defense. So unless they feel like he couldn't, but his resume is way beyond FCS. He's an NFL DC. So why wouldn't he be able to go to Boulder and do the same thing if they can get the players? I think anyway, I'm not finna spend no time talking about what I think Coach Prime would do at Boulder. I don't care about that. He's y'all saw what he was able to do. I'm pretty, y'all know Coach Prime's a great recruiter, and what's gonna be is gonna be. I'm concerned about. I'm focused on Jackson State, but we 12-0 right now, man. Shout out to the football team for going out there and handling business, man. Like we said last night, we was like, look. One of the things that's going to happen is either they're going to go out there super motivated or they're going to be super distracted. And I think y'all saw what transpired. Southern came back and fought. They fought their butts off, man, to make it a game. And they did that. So I ain't giving you no cookie for putting up 24. At the end of the day, in a championship game, you just want to win. Nobody care about no stats. All that other stuff don't even matter. The goal is to have more points than them at the end of the game. By the end of it, and that's what they decided to do. Now, look, I got 600 people in here looking at me right now. I need you to hit that like button. I need you to hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and subscribe. If you'd like to donate to the page, you see it at the ticker at the bottom. Go ahead and send your boy a little something. If you choose to support the page, if not, just keep watching, keep spectating. I'll drop the link here in a minute, and I'll let everybody kind of come on and speak their piece. So. Just kind of wanted to get the initial out. I'm ecstatic that the speculation is over. We know what we're working with now. Now we're just trying to figure out who is going to be the next head football coach at Jackson State. I'm telling you now, I expect it to be a swift decision. By swift, it could be within the upcoming days. I expect us to have some type of say in it. We should have some type of, and that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. When we finally know who our head coach is going to be, then we can come back and sit down and start talking about what that means going forward and really having an idea of what's next for Jackson State football. So once we get that, then we start breaking down, and staff, who's going to be on the staff. Then it gets fun all over again because we're champs and we're 12-0. Now we got to go get one. But like I said, we're going to have a lot more football shows going into the matchup versus North Carolina Central. I'm ecstatic we get to go back to the ATL, y'all. We had it was a great trip last year, but we came up short versus South Carolina State. Hey, man, we got to go get it now. We get to go to back to Atlanta. We get to play against North Carolina Central. And yeah, appreciate you, Johnny Barnes, JB. Appreciate you, brother. But look, man, that's what hold on, somebody. Dion said it's not about a bag, it's more about the opportunity. It's always about a bag. It's always about a bag. I did hear this. I did hear something like this, Tank. I heard this before the game started that it was possible that he could possibly be taking Willie Simmons with him as his offensive coordinator. That's going to be interesting because, boy, I can't wait to see if that actually is true. Boy, those storylines going to write themselves. I'm just telling you, they're going to write themselves, man. So anyway, let me hit this. Let me go ahead and put that link in that thing. If y'all want to come on, man, you come on, man. Let's get it on. Let's get it popping. Let's get it popping, man. We don't need 12 people in here, but if you want to come on, you're more than welcome to come on, man. The things that really meant something to me today was, number one, we won the game. That's what we needed to do. We won the game, and we won it convincingly. We dominated from start to finish. They had a couple of moments where they made it, they closed the gap, but it was good, man. So yeah, that's the reality of that. And I'm happy that we won. I'm happy that we got the chip, and now we got to get ready for North Carolina Central in 2 weeks. So Celebration Bowl loading. going to be a good game, man. Shador versus Davius Richard. It's going to be a fun matchup. And hopefully that matchup will be one for the ages, and we'll see great HBCU football transpire before he heads over to Colorado. So that's much. I mean, I'm not really going to, get much into the game because the game is the game. And we saw it. Everybody saw it. Everybody saw what transpired. I just wanted to win, right? So, but we have to deal with the fact that now Coach Prime it has been announced that Coach Prime is officially gone, and it's on to the next thing. So, Jacktown 7785, what's going on? Doc, what's going on? 1 second, bro. Jacktown, what's on your mind? Take yourself off mute. Can't hear you. There you go. You're on mute if you're talking. Can't hear you, Jacktown. You might have to go out and come back in, bro. I don't know what's going on with your phone or your device, but I can't hear you. Doc, what's going on, bro?
Man, what's going on? Look, I don't care about anything else. We 12-0. God damn it. We SWAC champions. We going to the Celebration Bowl. And our mission ain't accomplished till we win that. That's all I got to say about that, man. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, man. That's it. And there's more to it than just that. I mean, we got another phase and another chapter that we got to get through too. And yeah, man, that's what it is, bro. So I'm ecstatic about it. I'm telling y'all, I know it's a lot of people on this stream. I'm telling y'all, it's a lot of people that's relieved. I know y'all might be pissed off, angry, whatever the case may be with Coach Prime, but there's a lot of relief tonight because people can really. It's a lot of relief in knowing, bro. You get what I'm saying? You don't have to speculate anymore. You know what I mean? So that's more annoying to me than actually knowing it and dealing with it. So now that you know, you can deal with it accordingly. You get what I'm talking about? So,
I mean, I feel you, man. I can't even. I'm not even mad about it. Like you said, it was going to be a day. My whole thing, it was going to be a day that was going to come. And we just had to be, most people, we just had to be prepared for it. That was it.
I'm going to say Prime shouldn't coach the celebration. I disagree. Man, let me tell y'all something. We still got a game left to play. And I get the conventional, the coach that's leaving is not, usually don't coach the Celebration Bowl or whatnot, but I want everybody intact. I really want to win the Celebration Bowl. You get what I'm saying? I do. And whatever gives us our best chance to hold that trophy up and bring that trophy back to Jackson, Mississippi, I'm for that because I am all about whatever is good for Jackson State right now. And honestly, if we're talking about a lot of players hitting the portal, then at the end of the day, that's their coach. That's the coach that recruited them to Jackson. So I hope everybody stays intact and we go out and prepare because North Carolina Central is a really good team and we're gonna have to come with it to beat them. So I'm selfish as hell right now. Coach Prime was very selfish in doing whatever he felt was best for him and his. And if he's willing to stay and help us get this 13-0, I want 13-0. It's just that simple. Jacktown, what you got, man? Jacktown, what's up, man? Bro, I don't know what's going on with you, man. If you're talking, I can't hear you. You got that. Yeah, there you go. That's better. But anywho, I'm not saying that you're wrong for wanting Coach Prime to get the hell on. And I even said that, but after the day, I was like, I like this. You get what I'm saying, Doc? I like
you said you don't
that damn trophy.
But you said it the other day.
Hey man, that trophy, listen, seeing that SWAC championship trophy, seeing that Celebration Bowl invitation, going to book this flight, dog, I'm trying to win, man. We spent a lot of money, and this is like the culmination of it. I'll be present, I'll be there, and I'm sorry, man. I want to get that dub. So if the players are still willing to play for Coach Prime, and I want the best. Apparently, let me say it this way. Apparently, that has something that maybe him and AD Robinson and administration has talked about, letting him finish the season. You get what I'm saying? And saying, hey, it's okay because we took the high road, man. It ain't you ain't gonna see, we ain't coming out. That statement was saying we appreciate Coach Prime. This job is a great job, and we gonna basically vet the real, the top candidates that are interested. But we got things that we got to finish. And thank you, Coach Prime, for what you've done for us. It's bittersweet to see you go, and we're gonna allow you to finish. Go get that dub.
Yeah.
And then when you get that dub, hey man, best wishes to you in Colorado. But hell, if you leave me with 13-0, I feel a whole lot better than you leaving early and Shador leaving, and then we basically are crippled and handicapped, and we go in there and get our brains beat out like we did last year. And it's just a different team. You get what I'm talking about? That's just my thoughts on that. So
no, I feel you on that for real though. I mean, like we don't need that. We just got to get that. My thing is, we got to get that nasty taste out of our mouths from last year. You get what I'm saying?
We got a nasty taste out of our mouth for a lot of years today, because today was about retribution to them Southern Jaguars. We put them in their place. We beat them twice in the same season. We beat them on our home field. We beat them in the championship game, and they had to go. Listen, Dooley done lost 3 straight times at the vet, and 2 of them was championship games, and I'm ecstatic.
In a year.
In 1 year. In 1 year's time. So I know it's some SWAC coaches that's excited right now. They might act like they ain't, but it's some SWAC coaches that might feel like, oh boy, he gone now. So maybe we feel like we can get back to winning. But just when FAMU was thinking about possibly, feeling however, you get the report of the possibility of Simmons possibly going with him. I don't know how true that is. But if that happens, that's going to be something to witness. But
I don't. Some reports were coming out saying that he's going to take. I know he'll take Bartolome with him, but he won't be the OC. He'll be.
I just said that today.
He'll be an offensive analyst, which
yep.
I think. And then he said they'll try to take DT, but I'm like, look, DT probably go back into retirement.
I don't know, man. I listen. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. And y'all got to just forgive me on this or not. I don't give a damn what that man do with his staff in Boulder, Colorado, man. I'm listen, man. It's and I know people may say, well, I don't think none of them coaches are coming back. I want TC and Otis on the staff. If TC ain't leading the program, I hope like heck that they are a part of it. Maybe they stay, maybe they ain't. I don't know. But whatever he's doing in Boulder, that ain't gonna affect us in no kind of way for what we're doing in 2023. So I wish him the best, bro. I'm just not gonna spend a lot of time talking about. I'm not gonna keep up with Coach Prime and all the moves he's making in Boulder, Colorado. At this point, it just becomes ESPN tickers and Bleacher Report alerts. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna be watching every video trying to see everything he's doing. I'm not gonna be watching every YouTube video to follow them to see how everything's going, because I'm just not interested in other things outside of Jackson. I'm interested in Jackson State. I'm interested in what we're doing. It's a full-time. It's a lot of time into this. So I'm very interested to see what our AD do. You know, that's exciting to me, and I know the players are curious. You know, parents want me to talk to their kids and stuff, man. Not just me, but listen, if any other players are watching this, because there's a lot of people on here, 635, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe to HBCU Overdrive with Doc Holliday. If you'd like to donate to the page, you know, look at the ticker down below. Feel free to, you know what I'm saying, push something out there. But if you're one of the players that's watching this, Coach Prime said something tonight that I thought was telling. You know, he was like, look, everybody ain't for that portal, man. That portal is a graveyard, bro. It's a college career graveyard for a lot of kids, man. So everybody ain't going to the portal and gonna come out that thing looking like, you know what I'm saying, you know, like whatever. But I would just suggest this right here. If you're thinking about doing something like that, at least make sure you have some definite destinations. But then again, some may say, well, I don't know, because I might need to just enter my name and then see what comes my way. You get what I'm saying? I would just admonish any of the players on the team right now. At the end of the day, it's about finishing, hopefully getting your degree. If you're close to getting your degree, you might want to just sit down for a minute, because there's some players, Doc, that's got multiple years of eligibility, but they only got a semester or two to go to get their degree. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So you don't want to jump ship too soon. Go ahead and get that JSU degree. Maybe some of them may be able to sit down for a second, see what A.D. Robinson's going to do, look and see who he's going to hire, maybe even stick around for the introduction to the team, and then you make a decision. Don't just
people just jump
blindly, arbitrarily. Now, I do appreciate Coach Prime saying that, because even though the mentality could be, hey, man, you decide to leave, get the hell on. And I said that, but a lot of that was emotions talking. But now when you think about it just from a business standpoint, he has relationships with these kids. And he said it's some of y'all want to sit down and talk to make sure you don't do nothing stupid, right? You know what I'm saying? So, but at this point, they don't have to listen to him. They can say, dude, what are you talking about? You leaving. And they wouldn't be wrong. But at the end of the day, they got to do what's best for them. So I can't say yay or nay. I think everybody has to sit down with their family. But listen, folks, if you think Jackson State football is going to take a dip next season, and what I mean by dip, the fans are still going to show up. The buzz around the program is still going to be there. Now, it's going to be a little different because of Deion Sanders, but keep this in mind. Everybody's going to be looking forward to that first game under a new coach, especially if that new coach is spicy, hot off the press. You get what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So you're probably not going to see the celebrities on the sideline, or, you know, all of the fanfare and all the different things that was happening under Coach Prime. But I just want a great, solid football program that's developing young men. And, you know, it is what it is.
Nah, you right. I that's all I want to see, though, man, for next season. I mean, my whole thing is, for right now, I just want to see us win the Celebration Bowl.
Yep.
That's it. And then after that, then you deal with what's going on for the off season. A lot of people are a lot of people are happy that he gone. A lot of people are happy that he gone, because they feel now we're gonna be back in the doldrums, and I don't think we're gonna be back in the doldrums.
We're not gonna be back in the doldrums. That ain't happening. I'm telling you this right now. I was thinking about this morning. Believe it or not, you heard it here first. I want you to bookmark it. I feel like there's still going to be a 5-star football player that's going to choose an HBCU, but it's not going to be. They're not going to choose an HBCU because they're choosing a coach in that regard. In my mind, I still feel like this HBCU renaissance ain't stopping, bro. And this is not a primary Jackson State thing. I'm telling you, bro, somebody is going to because of the NIL type situation, somebody is going to. All you really need are national brands to really get behind some players, man. And I'm serious, bro. Like, I feel like there still will be some players that will be radicals, that would be, that would be just, bold to go out there and say, you know what, I'm gonna take these visits. I'm gonna go and consider this HBCU, and they're gonna get the vibe and say, you know what, man, I like this. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know who or what. Maybe Jackson State, depending on the hires or whatnot. But if there isn't a 5-star player, whatever, you know what I mean? I do feel like you're still going to see some high profile, talented high schoolers that will eventually, it probably won't be as many as you've seen over the past little bit, but look at a coach like a Mike Mentor that's recruiting on an FCS level. You got what, 17, 18 commits?
Yep.
Star or better. So you're talking about it can be done if you have a successful and a smart strategic recruiting strategy. So I don't feel like we're going to take a dip at all. I really don't. Matter of fact, all these schools that are all these folks, not kids, but all these folks that's laughing and are feeling some type of way, I can just about guarantee you they coach going to be considering. I don't know if they'll pull the plug on trying to interview for Jackson State, but there's some SWAC coaches out there right now that would absolutely love to possibly come to Jackson State because of, they know the roster's good, the fanfare, you know what I'm saying? The fan base is there, and the national notoriety. If they looking to try to springboard their career, why wouldn't they consider Jackson State if they can keep this gravy train rolling? So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. There's a lot of, if you really think about it, there's a lot of people that was upset. Are you upset? My thing is, if you upset that he left, was you a fan of the school or was you a fan of him? And sometimes
both.
you can be a fan of both.
Man, people, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, but I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I mean, you can be a fan of both, you know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is, too, like, when you think about it, you have to when it comes to stuff like this, you got to keep the emotion. You got to keep the emotion out of it because at the end of the day, it's still a business.
It's going to be hard for them to keep the emotions out of it because of its HBCUs. And, with HBCUs come a lot of pride.
Right.
A lot of pride. We are emotional about our HBCUs. We are. And people, a lot of Power 5 PWIs they're not run. They don't operate the same way we operate. It means more to us than some. I've had a lot of, non-African Americans that attended PWIs.
Mm-hmm.
And say, why do you guys? Why y'all go so hard for the school? Like, for them, it's just a school. They went to their school. They have pride in they're alums, but it's not like we be diehards, man. It's just like, like we eat, sleep, and crap, our schools in certain instances, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you're talking about that, those emotions are already there. Then when you factor in the way Coach Prime came in and tugged on people's heartstrings, so that's a real thing. And I would just say this to everybody, man, leave folks alone, man, and let people deal with this how they want to deal. Not you, not me. I'm just saying people gonna deal with it based off of how they internalized it. Coach Prime coming to Jackson State meant a lot of things to a lot of people, man. It wasn't just Jackson State people that was excited about Jackson State football being good. It meant a lot to a lot of people, man. And they're going to have to figure out what to do with that now because it looks different now. It feels different. It feels like the words to a lot of people, because I've heard this, it feels like it was disingenuous. It feels like they were sold something. And then on the other side, you got those that feel like, man, y'all tripping, man. This man just trying to elevate. Who are y'all to tell y'all, whatever. So I said what I had to say.
Yep.
And I told y'all last night, I just wanted to get this dub, man. I wanted to beat Southern because Doc, you know, bro, had we lost that game today,
Boy, it would be ooh,
it would
it'd
be
be
worse.
some hurt folks.
I would have been hurt, and I probably wouldn't have been able to do the live because of my emotions. I'm telling you. But to winning makes things feel a little bit better.
That's true. Now, I'm just saying, if we would have lost this game, man, I promise you, I'd have been pissed. Boy, I'd have been on 10,000 on my show, bro. But my whole thing is that when it comes to it, you know, people say, you know, somebody said like you take the emotions out of it, or because you don't want to, you know, you feel like they use you. I'll give myself for example. You know, I feel like I've been passed on from getting a good position with job earlier in my career, and I knew I was, you know, the right candidate for it. But you know, my whole thing is I feel like some people use me to build, you know what I'm saying, use that stepping stone so they can build up their resume. And I had got to the point where I'm like, well, if you're using me, if you feel like I feel like you're using me, then I'm gonna show you what your flaws are when you try to use me or you try to use other people. Cause see, there's always gonna be somebody that's gonna have some sort of flaws, regardless.
Yeah.
But you know, at the end of the day, I mean, like I said, it's still all business. I have to say chocolate be all business. Would I, you know, my whole thing, am I mad? Would I be mad because I didn't get the position I wanted? Yeah, I'd be mad. I'll be mad for probably about maybe a day or two. After that, you know what I'm saying? It's all about going on. It's about, you know, going on foot and doing what you always do. And for right now with Jackson State, we gonna do what we always been doing, even before Prime got there. And I'm gonna say it just like that, even before Prime got there. Ain't nobody, you know, we was already selling, you know, we was already getting 40, 50,000 people in the games when we had, you know, when we was going at 3-8 and 2-9 and 4-7 and stuff like that. We was doing that before then. You know what I'm saying? We got a passionate alumni, we got a passionate fan base that is itching for us to have a winner. We got that.
Got a winner.
You know what I'm saying? We got a winner. You know what I'm saying? We know we was in. You know, people always, well, what about y'all, man? With 7, 8 years, we knew we was in the doldrums for 7 years. Come on now.
Yeah,
everybody knew we was in the doldrums for 7 years. Y'all not telling us anything new.
Right. We're in a good spot, man. We're in a good spot. I mean, let's do it like this. Coach Prime coached for 3 seasons, including a hyphenated spring season, right?
Yep.
Went 3-3 in the spring. Last season he went 11-2. So what's that? That's 14 and what, 5, right?
14-5. No, remember he went 4-3 in the spring because Alcorn forfeit that.
Yeah. That's true. Alcorn. So 15-5. 2 seasons. And
27-5 now.
27-5 right now with a chance to be 28-5. Man, that's pretty damn spectacular, bro. To only have 5 losses in 3 and 2.5 seasons, right? So hold on just a second. Let me
go ahead.
Because I want to make sure we do this. SWAC champions. Shador's gonna leave with Coach Prime, and he's never lost a SWAC game.
Never lost a SWAC game. 2-time SWAC champ.
So, Coach Prime, what has Jackson State gained from Coach Prime being here? This is a rhetorical question, but I'm gonna answer it. And this is just a hyphenated version. So, for those that I get the emotions of it. National brand recognition on steroids. Okay, like never before. Yes, it's always been the I love, right? Said 5 losses against no top 25 teams. Totally irrelevant, actually. Totally irrelevant. Has nothing to do with anything. You play the schedule that's in front of you. He lost to ULL. He lost to ULM, and he lost to South Carolina State last season. And he lost to, he lost to Alabama State in the spring. He lost to, y'all know he lost to in the spring. Alabama, A&M, and Southern. So, all right. National brand recognition, expedited facilities on campus, a new practice field, a second practice field that's grass, a hill that he basically put in place. We have 9 total uniforms, a Power 5 level branding deal with Under Armour.
Yep.
That has, multiple helmets. I know we got past the chrome helmet thing. Thank goodness, right? So Good Morning America, College Game Day, 60 Minutes. All this is going into national brand recognition. Signed the #1 player out of high school. We know he's probably going to go with him. Had 2 back-to-back top FCS recruiting classes. So here's the other thing that him being at Jackson State has done. There's a lot of new eyes on HBCU football right now.
Yep.
There's a lot of new media personalities covering HBCU football. And I'm going to be real. I don't think many of these are going to go away. Some maybe will, but I think the interest is going to remain. If the interest remains, you're talking about viewership. John Grant over the Celebration Bowl was on the pregame show, basically talking about how it comes down to how many people are actually watching your product. So despite the emotions, the man has done a fantabulous freaking job at Jackson State.
Yes.
The thing that a lot of people are saying is they wish he wouldn't have just said what he said. And at some point, we're going to have to get past, well, maybe I ain't going to say you do whatever or you get past it when you get past it. So the thing is, he went through a lot, man. He went through a lot. Last year, he lost 2 toes, fighting for his life. He was out. And when he was out, you know what I'm saying, Coach Fleet took over. The thing, it kept rolling. And shout out to Coach Fleet, So my point is, the only point I'm trying to make is that when you're emotional and you're pissed off or you feel some type of way, you're gonna look at it how you look at it. But in the end, he's done so much that's gonna have a lot of people saying, you know what, bro, y'all tripping. Now he's gonna have to deal with because he was critical of a lot of HBCUs, fan bases, fans showing up. He was just a polarizing dude that was in front of the microphone on the camera, and we all know what happened. So he's gonna have to deal with that. But
yeah,
I don't think that's gonna be that big of a deal to him. You know what I mean? He got what he really wanted, and that was to get to the Power 5 level. And now he gets to really do what he really wants to do, and he always wanted to do. So they celebrating in Boulder right now. It's a somber moment right now for Jackson, but in the end, we got a lot to hang our hat about. So I think many of us want to splash higher, right? So we can get excited and say, "Oh boy, it's about to keep rolling now." You know what I'm saying? And we'll just see how it goes, bro. So I'm just saying, like, we don't want to lose sight of what this man has done in Jackson with the help of his staff, with the help of these student athletes that chose to come to Jackson State, and these families that chose to support their sons and bringing them to Jackson, allowing them to play in Jackson, and when they had other options, because we had a lot of kids on the roster that had a lot of options, and I'm thankful that they JSU Tigers, and I hope many of them stay. So don't jump ship, man. Stay intact, man. Stay. The Tiger Nation wants you all to stay and get that degree, man, and let's keep this thing rolling, and let's see what A.D. Robinson do, and let's see who the next coach is going to be, man, before you just jump in the portal. If you don't like it, then the portal will always be there. See what I'm saying?
That is true.
So yeah. But man, I'm gonna let me drop this link again. Try to get.
I'm about to roll up out of here, man. I've been up since 8 o'clock this morning. But like I said, we 12-0. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Once again, we going to Celebration Bowl, and we got one more to go. That's it. That's all I got to say, man. I love as always. Always put out a great show, man. I just did a 3-hour show, so we good.
I can tell you right now, this ain't gonna be no 3 hours. But I feel you, bro. Appreciate you for coming on, dog, and get your rest, man. We'll see who else come on this joint, man. I'll wrap with you later.
All right.
Yeah, man. So yeah, Blue. Hey, man, I'm excited. And I saw a lot of names that are out there. There's a lot of interest, man. One thing about A.D. Robinson, I'll tell you as well, is that he don't let a lot get out from he's not a blabbermouth. He don't let his right hand know, let the left hand know what the right hand doing, and that's the way you have to be sometimes. I think you need it. Like, here's the thing, man. Like, those are two very different roles. I could pick this statement apart, bro. I could pick it apart. One of the things you said, the key word is y'all, which means that this ain't a us thing. So you're probably not a part of this. Being in see, this is the thing. This is where you're wrong, and I'm gonna break it down. If somebody's hired to be an offensive coordinator, and that offensive coordinator is stinking, and someone on the staff is elevated to now be OC and start calling plays, right? The person that was elevated on the staff is still working within the parameters of the offense that they're running. It may not even be their offense. That person may just be, and they may be able to incorporate a few things that they would do. So by game 4, TC became the play caller and the offense coordinator, right? He was working within the same playbook that just so happened to not be his playbook. So he's calling plays within a playbook or a system that he doesn't even run, but he knows it. And this is what coaching does, right? So with that being said, the offensive line was suspect. As you continue to play throughout the season, coaches are game planning because they have a lot of film on you. So there wasn't a lot of, I guess you could say creativity. I mean, the offense got a little stagnant. You're also dealing with a freshman quarterback that's getting hit a lot, that's got happy feet, that's got a lot of stuff going on, right? Now, the head coach was gone for multiple games due to illness and due to what we just talked about. He comes back. He don't feel like the ball is moving how he needs to move. He chose to make a change for the Celebration Bowl. And he decided to move forward with a new offensive coordinator for this season. Instead of giving this person that you're talking about a demotion, you dig what I'm saying? It's so much that you can unpack with that. So at the end of the day, I'm going to defend TC. I am going to defend him because I know the situation he's put into. And I'm just saying, we're saying it because it's not a splash because, oh, we know TC. Oh, I went to school with TC. Oh, that's my guy. We think that he can't do that irks the hell out of me. When people say what somebody can't do all based off of, it has nothing to do with football. Nothing to do with football. And this man was tight ends coach, wide receiver coach, quarterback coach, offensive coordinator. He just moved from role to role to role. Great recruiter. And I'm just saying, so if you want to know what kind of offense TC was running, then you can just go look at the North Carolina Central teams when they was winning the MEAC under Jerry Mack. And I'm not saying that TC gonna be the head coach. I'm not. He may leave and go to greener pastures somewhere else. But it just irks me when I see that. Like I don't think that this is what happens on jobs, man. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it again. He was promoted and then he was demoted within the same season, running an offense that wasn't his offense. That matters, bro. It matters. That matters. Facts matter. If you tell me, again, you work at a job, you're doing the work, but you don't have the title, right? Then guess what happens? you want the role. The position opens up, you want that role. And then they go and hire somebody outside the company and then basically bring this person in to come in and do the job that you was doing or whatever the case may be. And then you feel some type of way about that. Yet at the same time, you want to project that onto someone else. Again, I'm going to defend that. And I'm going to say it again. Offensive coordinator ain't head coach. Because I'm going to be real with you. At the end of the day, most head coaches, there's a lot of CEO head coaches. In case you didn't know that, Coach Prime was a CEO head coach. Coach Prime wasn't calling offenses or defenses. So it's a total different role. You're talking about somebody's leadership capability. You're talking about somebody's ability to lead a program. You're talking about somebody's ability to recruit and be a face and to manage men and foster relationships and build a staff that can do the things that you're talking about. So what the hell difference does it make if he was demoted as offensive coordinator on the staff where he was promoted, right? So if he's the head coach, you know what he can do? He can go hire an offensive coordinator that could do the job that he don't now have to do. He can now just manage the men and run the game like that. That's all I'm saying at the end of the day. So somebody say, you defending TC? You're damn right I am, because I think the criticism is unfair. If you can't tell me that he's not ready to be a head football coach. But we'll go hire a first-time coach that you ain't never seen in your life coach a damn game, and you'll hire him just because of his name. But the man that's been on the staff doing the damn work and got 5 championships, that's the guy that y'all say can't do it? Man, we got to stop that, man. Stop putting that out there. Stop putting that out there. And I'm saying like this right here. If you feel some type of way because Deion Sanders is leaving, because you felt like Deion Sanders has put our program in a great position, but now all of a sudden Deion Sanders don't know what type of dude. If he recommended TC to be the head coach, now all of a sudden he don't know the hell he's talking about. Well, why are you emotional then? Why did I get emotional? I'm just saying. You can't do that, man. I'm not gonna say. I hate when people tell people what type of job they can't do. If he interviewed for the job, he got to go in there and tell the AD what his plan is. He got to have a plan. He got to know APR. He got to know recruiting. He got to know his strategy. He got to know the direction he want to go for offense, or defense, personnel, the portal, understanding rules, all this stuff, fundraising, all this stuff. All of this is a part of an interview. And you sat on staff after staff. And then you sat on Coach Prime's staff. You saw how he operated. Then you go to Tennessee and you spend a weekend there. You saw how Mike Vrabel operated. At what point does all this damn experience permeate into an opportunity to become a head coach? But you know what we say? Nah, bro, you just one of the homies. You ain't good enough. Let's go get this big name that we ain't never seen coach a football game. Yeah, we don't know. Because the mistake sometimes people make is you want to chase the Coach Prime scenario because the Coach Prime scenario worked. There's no guarantee that this big name, because they famous, that could possibly come in, that don't mean it worked. Eddie George ain't doing what Coach Prime did here in season 2. Is he in season 2 or is he in season 1? He's in season 2. We beat him twice. What's Eddie George's record in season 2, in year 2? Coach Prime is 27-5. Now, Eddie George, and you can subtract the spring. So let's just say in 2 seasons, of full seasons, Coach Prime is 23-2. He's 23-2. I'm just saying, man. You know what I'm saying? And he said, well, but that's different, bro. He's in the OVC. No, I'm just saying, you don't know that. They took a chance on him, and not everybody's on board with him right now. You know, he have another season like this season. They're going to be like, man, Eddie George, bro, we love you, dog, but we got to go a different route. What Coach Prime say today? You either leave voluntarily or by force. I don't know. He said it some kind of way. But I ain't gotta retweet it. I ain't gotta not retweet, but I ain't gotta read it verbatim. Y'all know what the heck I'm talking about. So yeah, I get it. Some of the mistakes that people make is trying to chase that first high. Deion Sanders is like a major high. We ain't never had that before, and it was wildly successful. Who's to say that same avenue is going to make it be successful? It might completely flop next time. We don't know. We hope. We hope. We hope. I don't know. None of us know. But I'm just not in the business of telling a man that's been in the profession for years and has been successful for years under multiple that they not qualified, because you're saying he ain't it, you're basically saying he ain't qualified. And then, you know, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna get off of that because I'm, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what Coach Prime, I don't know what Ashley gonna do. I don't know what Ashley gonna do. So, you know, it is what it is. But I just think that I think he'll make a good decision for us. And one thing I gotta say about Jackson State fan base, you ain't gonna make about 30% of our fan base happy anyway. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do. You ain't gonna make about 30% happy. All the names I see in the chat, somebody gonna have somebody gonna have a gripe about it. Well, why we go that way? We should have went this way. Always because of our imagination. We imagine that if we did that it's gonna work. You don't know. You don't know, because a head coach is only as good as his staff. And let's be real about something. If Coach Prime didn't have a good staff, who would say that it would have been whatever? Nerds, what's up, man?
What up, Kenny?
What's up, baby?
We 12-0, baby.
Damn right.
We 12-0. Let's get it.
Trying to get to 13-0, man. We got one more to get in 2 weeks, man. I'm excited about it. Got to get to Atlanta and get it, man.
Yes, sir. I already got my ticket.
Oh yeah, you going?
Yeah, I told you that. On the gram, I said, yeah, I'm going to be in Atlanta.
Man, that's what's up, man. Atlanta is a dope place, man, to be. It's gonna be a fun weekend, bro. I got my first Celebration Bowl experience last year, bro. It was dope, and I can't wait to go back. So I'm looking forward to it, man. This is gonna be fun. Let me say it for this reason, and I'll let you go. I said this on a live stream a while ago, man. I haven't spent a lot of time on the East Coast. I'm very, very, very entrenched with JSU. Like I'm JSU through and through, true blue. That's just what I digest for my sports, right? For the most part, when it comes to HBCU, I see it, but I don't really digest it. But a lot of the East Coast, like MEAC, HBCUs, I'm ignorant to a lot of that stuff, man. But the more you kind of like get to know a lot of these different HBCUs and the history of them and like a lot of things that go on with them, they got some dope things going about them. And I think North Carolina Central is one of those HBCUs that's got a lot of dopeness about them. They got a good team, bro. They got a good fan base. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different. So I'm excited to see their fans come to Atlanta and then our fans come to Atlanta. And now it's just going to be a big celebration. I'm trying to get to that bad baby early, man. You know what I'm saying? And just really appreciate the overall experience. So that's my point on it.
Mm-hmm. Yo, what happened to Travis? I think they said something about he got sick or something.
Either he got a little banged up. I thought he got banged up on the pass where he jumped too soon and the ball flew over his head and the young man caught it on him. It looked like he came up a little gimpy. So after that, I didn't see him go back out there, man. It looked like he played the rest of that series and then shucks, man, I didn't see him no more the rest of the game. So I don't have an update.
They said on TV something about he might have caught the flu or something, like somebody on like his girl or something like that. I don't know. Somebody in the comments might know, but they said something about he might have had the flu.
Damn, I didn't know that. So you just gave me some news. I wasn't aware.
Yeah, I mean, bro, like I told you, man. I started watching JSU games because Coach Prime, but I still planned on watching JSU games, even though Coach Prime is leaving. I'm just curious to see, what transpired. Of course, I'm gonna be following, what happens in Colorado, but I kind of wish you went to another school, bro. Colorado ain't it.
Well, it's the one thing about Colorado, he can go create his own wave. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It's almost like you get it's like getting how can I put it, man?
Golden ticket. It's something, you know what I'm saying? The keys to the kingdom. I get it.
It's just like a generic something, and then you just kind of make it into something.
Right. Like where he left off, like
man,
with Jackson State.
Yeah, absolutely. Soup's in the sand, man. Look at you, man, coming on flies all get out, man, with the hat, man. I feel what's cracking?
Hey man, it's just some more of it, just not enough of it. That's it.
Yeah, all right, I see you, baby. What's happening? They said, hey, let me put it up there. That boy clean.
Hey, man, somebody got to represent holding down
listen,
for real.
I'm gonna say this, bro. I am a fan of the double-breasted look. I got me a couple of them right now. The pinstripe, fire, the red pocket square.
Yeah,
it's coming together with the bottom of the hat. I see you, dog. I see what the
Actually, my guy from Jackson, man, my tailor from Jackson, Kyris Brown, man.
Kyris.
Yeah. Kyris did this for me, man. That's my guy, man.
Man, Kyris cold-blooded with it, man. I got to set my coins up, man. Maybe if they give me a few donations, I might be able to shop with Kyris.
Hey, man, we're gonna bless your collection plate, man. We're gonna bless that collection plate, man.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. What you think about the game today, bro? What's your thoughts?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. When we got offline, man, and man, I just it just ministered to me, man. Like, about the whole Prime situation, man. It seems as if the players were kind of like in a daze, man. Like the energy wasn't the same.
No, it wasn't.
Like the energy wasn't the same at all, man. It wasn't. And see me, and like us as fans and former students and some gentlemen in here in the chat or former players. I mean, we'll be fine, but man, we got to look at what these kids are going through mentally, because the way the youth is driven right now, man, a lot of these kids really don't have any real black men, you know, in their life that's impactful, you know, and that's endeavoring to really be there for them. Only thing that they know is individuals that come and go, you know. So somebody that's going to be solidified, that's going to be there for them, man. A lot of these individuals don't have that. So when these kids do get to the continuity of having a man that it seems to be endeavoring to want to be there for them, and they finally open up the gate and open up their door to let them in, crap like this happen. And what kind of message are you sending to these young black men, man, that we ain't good enough? We not good enough, bro, because you're telling, and it's nothing personal against Prime, but your Prime came in telling these kids it's all about us. We want to empower the HBCU. We want to take back what we lost. We want to strengthen what our core is in the HBCU, because this ain't just about Jackson State. Okay, so when you do that, or you act and intend and endeavor to do that, you leave to go to a white institution. It just don't make sense to me. So now I'm looking at, if I'm a 4-star, 5-star player coming out of high school, why would I want to go to any HBCU when the main black guy that was telling me I should go to an institution or black institution left and went to a white institution? And it's not like, now if he would have went to Auburn, okay, I would have hated it, but I can understand Auburn.
Auburn just
Colorado, bro.
But what makes Auburn different than Colorado?
Yeah, Auburn just as racist. Charles Barkley talked about.
I mean, hold on. I'm saying like the program. I'm saying because to me, I'm looking at Auburn, and I'm not saying that one is better or one is worse. But what I'm saying is, I'm looking at Auburn like as an Alabama, as a Clemson. I'm looking at something like that. I'm looking at as a SEC school, a big powerhouse. I still wouldn't agree to it, but I would understand. But bro, Boulder, Colorado, man, come on, bro. God ain't call you collect, man. You know, for you, you know, and tell you to go to Boulder, Colorado. That's just like me getting in my car right now saying that God told me to go to Kansas City, Missouri. Man, no. And I'm in Wakanda. I'm in Atlanta. No, God ain't finna tell me to go to Kansas City, Missouri, bro. No. Not the God I know. It don't happen like that. And the arrogant, bro, it's so many portions of this, man, that's everywhere. And I don't want to talk because I know there's probably a lot of people in here, but I just got to make this point. The arrogance, man, of you loading your decision in this conversation that you had with these guys, you give the video and allow your son to upload it to his YouTube video, and you know the views are going to turn into dollars, man. The arrogance of you loading this video of your quote-unquote decision, or you letting them know what your decision is, giving it to your son, allowing him to make money, monetizing it more. It's cool, man. Hey, man, look. But like I said last night, white folks got us in twofold. Either you conform and perform and be a certain way, and we're gonna take and we're gonna give it to you, or you perform in a certain way, or we're gonna take it from you. That's just what it is. He's saying it's not about the money, but bro, in simplicity, it is about the money, bro. It is about the money. And all of these black, and actually I gotta make one point, all of these black entertainers, from the Rick Rosses to the LeBron James to the Tyler Perrys to the Diddy's, all of these folks, to the Get the Kid called Meek Mill on the phone today with the people. Bro, all of these entertainers, y'all couldn't get 6 strong black entertainers together and say, Coach, what is it gonna take? We need you, not at Jackson State, but HBCUs need you, man. We need you, brother. Don't do this, brother. We need you. Now, we understand that you can't stay here. We understand they breaking in your cars. We get it. But, brother, it's bigger than that. We need you, man. We ain't had unity like this with black people, man, since Freaknik in a different world, man. We need you, brother. We need you. Yeah. What is it going to take, man, for you to stay there? So you mean to tell me LeBron James, Tyler Perry, Diddy, Meek Mill, All of these folks, man, they couldn't put together $5 million, man, to get that man there,
Did
keep that man there, man.
Did he players the Millie?
But
You know
okay, all right, let's take away Diddy. Man,
Yeah.
you mean to tell me the rest of these folks couldn't say, Coach, we understand your coaching staff needs some support. Give us a number, man, and let us come up with it. Don't do these kids like this, Coach.
Let me say this though.
Man,
Let me say this.
man. Hey, look, man, I'm back on it again, man. And I got a cigar. Man, it's been a rough day, man. It's been a rough day, man.
Hey, you know what I'll say? I'll say, I wish we had something. I wish we had had something in place so when all of the celebrities, when they would come, that we were able to like capitalize on that time. You know what I mean? It's almost like having like a lot of people use the word infrastructure, the right infrastructure in place so that when we have these types of figures to come in our vicinity, man, we're able to capitalize on their presence, whether it be monetary or some type of partnership in some type of way. But man, you said a mouthful, bro, and I can't even lie about that, man. That was a lot.
And it hurts, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. It hurts, man. Bro, and I'm not even an emotional type of person. Man, but man, it really stung me, man.
Yeah.
Bro, my aunt is 78 years old, man.
Mm-hmm.
And this is her first time, man. My aunt hasn't been to a Jackson State game, bro, since Steve McNair was playing, man. And she was so happy and so proud. I remember the last time I was in Jackson, man, we went to a game, man. And we was in the car, man, and she was crying in the car, man. She just said, man, Jackson State has come so far. And this woman was crying, man. This woman in her late 70s, man, going on 80 years old, man, going on eternity, man.
This was definitely
she was crying, man. And man, I haven't even talked to her today. She called me anything else phone. It hurts, man. And it ain't just hurt Jackson State. Man, it hurt black people, man.
Listen, we nerds. Where you at, man? Where do you live?
I'm right here.
No. I'm saying, I'm saying, where do you live? Not physically. I'm saying, like, what city are you in?
You could say North Hollywood.
All right, so you're in LA, basically. This is the point I'm making. No ties to Jackson State, right?
No ties.
Became a fan, like nerds. We 12-0, like excited about it. The young ladies, y'all remember the young ladies that came from the Midwest? I want to say from like Kansas that drove all the way to Jackson to attend the game. And those are the types of things that was happening, man, because we were witnessing just a phenomenon that was a polarizing figure like Deion Sanders, having the power to really change the game, man. Like he said, it wasn't that he sucked. See, this is the thing that tugs on us. It wasn't just what he said, Suits and nerds. It wasn't just what he said. It's the fact that what he said, he actually had the power to do it. And he was doing it. So when we started seeing it, because for many of us, we'd be like, yeah, I hear what you're saying. But boy, oh boy, when Travis Hunter committed to Jackson State, we was like, whoa. Followed by Kevin Coleman, right? When you started seeing it, you like, man, this is really, and that's when I started saying, man, we did a show, Paradigm Prime, and we really started getting behind this because we like, man, this is a phenomenon. And then all of a sudden, that wasn't the main thing anymore. And it switched and it became, got to get my staff paid. I got to, whatever, you know what I mean? I'm looking for a challenge and so forth and so on. And then it's like Boulder, Colorado. Like, wow, of all the places. And it just, I think what needed to transpire from us knowing what type of coach Coach Prime was, I think Coach Prime really needed so here's why Boulder, Colorado made sense. And I'll say this and shut up. It made sense because they sucked. And they sucked enough. And they haven't been relevant in the lexicon of college football, right? They're a doormat program. You can find when you're a doormat, and one can make the case that we were in a doormatish type situation from a football standpoint when he showed up. You kind of lose a little bit of your leverage with somebody that makes a power play. Say, hey, look, if you want my services, you got to give me X, Y, Z. I got to have this, and this. I need to be able to have full control. I need to be able to maneuver as I need to. And then it's like, you know what, bro, if you're going to bring the recognition and the relevance that you brought to Jackson State to us, and you're going to recruit to that level, we're going to pay you. We're going to overpay. We're going to overextend ourselves, and we're going to give you the keys to the kingdom. But he got to go win. So that's why Boulder, Colorado made sense, because they were – these other programs, it's like, bro, we was winning. We're winning programs. So when you come to us, you're gonna abide by what we say, and not you're not gonna have the same power and flexibility that you had at a Jackson State. So, but you're right, man. You're right. You're right.
And see, I usually wouldn't come from the heavens. They entertain ignorant and foolishness and folly. But to the individual, Wayne Morgan in the comment section asking me, did I donate? See, I know Coach Flea and Ashley Rod personally. Like, I can call Ashley Rod right now.
Yep.
I donate. I'm not rich. Well, I'm blessed. I'm not wealthy. But yeah, brother, I gave to the level of my extent of what I gave. Did you give? Like, this is a serious conversation, man. And I hate.
We always do that, though.
I hate people that come up in here with foolishness and folly, man. When we talking about, the young men.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What the hell does you donating have to do with the conversation? Seriously. No. That's a serious question.
But man, you got foolishness.
Because I'm gonna say it again. Maybe you didn't notice because I was on the street. I had a conversation with, I would say, the money brokers for Jackson State University. And I had a conversation with them today. My figures of what Deion Sanders was getting paid was way lower. I'm talking about like 66% low. You follow what I'm talking about?
Right.
And I was told straight up and down that Deion Sanders was getting paid in excess of $1.5 million, with incentives close to $2 million, bro, from Jackson State per year. Not total salary. You do with that what you want to do with it. I'm telling you straight up facts. I ain't telling you what nobody told me. Because yesterday somebody was like, they could pay him $1 million. I'm telling you straight up, man, the man was making over $1 million a year from Jackson State.
But I just had to speak to the ignorance of certain individuals, man. But this is a serious conversation, man, because we talking about young men that's gonna be the future of our race, man.
Man,
we talking about y'all sons. We talking about my little brothers, our cousins. We talking about young men in the community, man. And you got, people on here, it's being like foolish, man. I know it comes with the territory, man. But I
see it every day, man. And I'm telling you, I get flamed in my comment section, man, every day. I see the comments and I'll be like, man, somebody said that, like, that man ain't confirmed nothing. This whole video is clickbait. I was like, clickbait? Did you got Bleacher Report or ESPN on your app? Dude, gone. It just got announced. But let me say this, though. And nerds, you can jump in on this too.
Let's do
it. Every black person desires to see progress within our own community. We do. Oh, yeah, we do. There's some things that don't exist in our world that's a little bit tougher that we deal with that others may not have to deal with. There's some things that when you say leveling the playing field, that's not just football, man. That whole notion that you got to be, because we all have heard this, you can't just be, you got Johnny, you can't just be equal to Johnny. You got to be better than your best ain't good enough. You see what I'm saying? We tell our kids that our best ain't good enough. We got to be better than our best in order to actually be on the same level. That's how much of a disadvantage it is. Why am I saying this? I'm saying it because we always desire to see us win in certain regards. So when when people saw what was transpiring, believe it or not, like somebody said, I think it was John Grant said, sports is the door to all institutions, right? It's the front door to institutions. So when you see something like this, you see this phenomenon of Deion Sanders and what he was saying and what he was doing, and you see for the first time in a long time, you see our student athletes or our people desiring our own stuff and actually valuing it and actually giving it some real consideration and putting some investment into that. And that was exciting. That was fulfilling. And it was extremely short-lived. So now it's like, damn, we all know that train ain't that train right there, that train with that kind of momentum, the train that is a Deion Sanders. Now, is it fair that we want to put everything on Deion Sanders' shoulder to fix all that's wrong with the world? No, but he actually said that, and I'm saying what he said that he was coming to do, he was actually doing. And many of us just feel like, bro, if he would have just stayed in Pac for just a couple more years, you could have rolled off into the sunset. And we felt like the infrastructure would have been in place if we really wanted to be. Like Coach Walker said last night, but you can't keep what don't want to be kept. There's so many ways you can spin it, man, but I'm just not in the business of telling a grown man how he should or shouldn't feel about whatever, because if anybody's emotional, apparently they have some type of emotional ties to what it is they're emotional about. So I just don't play with that.
Right.
I may not be emotional, and I ain't gonna sit up there and just be like, you know what? Why are you emotional? Why should you care? Well, if you don't care, then just keep it moving. But I'm not in the business of telling somebody that they shouldn't care about something that they do.
Right.
I mean, but it's just like, as a man, if you're dealing with a woman, whatever you introduce to that woman, that's what she gonna produce. So as a man, it's ordained and it's mandatory for us to be the truth at all times. If you came into the situation speaking and conveying one thing, but your actions turned into another thing, see, that's where the problem comes in with me. Because now and I don't even like to use feel, because men, we ain't governed by the spirit of emotionalism. And the word of God told you the heart is deceitful above all things and definitely wicked in Jeremiah. But I don't like to use the word feeling. But it feels and it looks as if this whole situation was disingenuous. Because why we always got to be used as a stepping stone to get to these white folks level. Why these white folks can't be used to get to our level? Why he couldn't go to a white school just to get to Jackson State? Why did he have to use Jackson State in quote unquote unity at HBCUs to get to a white school? And I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna show the ifs on my report card. I was one of them individuals that was slamming Eddie Robb Jr. But now Eddie Robb Jr. got some validity to what he was saying. It make you think. If you can reminisce in retrospect on it, it make you think that their brother saw something that wasn't genuine. And it wasn't genuine because look how it turned out. And the arrogance continues. Like the man just posted on his Instagram that he on the jet with two other brothers. Man, like, and he was talking to the young guys, the young men in the training room, telling them that something about opportunity. Well, brother, you looking like an opportunist. And then he told them not to jump into the transfer portal and not to leave when you leaving.
Yeah, that's yeah.
And you're not just leaving, you're taking your sons with him. He's taking them other players with him. Shiloh didn't play. I believe that was a plan. Shiloh was getting their stuff together to leave. That's what I believe that was happening.
Oh, there's a little bit more with the Shiloh situation.
Okay, well bypass that with the trap.
with
Yeah.
the Travis Hunter
He
guy.
got to graduate first, right? He got to stay and graduate.
Well, no, I'm just saying that I think Shiloh is like there's some beef or something going on with them.
Okay, well, we're gonna bypass that young brother Shiloh. Even
Oh,
with the Travis,
I see what you're talking about now. You know, you're talking about Andre Hart and Mathis.
yeah,
They
and,
on
and,
the
and with the young brother Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter, I ain't gonna lie. Travis Hunter got showed up tonight. Travis Hunter got embarrassed tonight. Bad. He got beat bad.
He was sick though. He wasn't 100%.
Man, I don't believe that, brother. I don't believe it. I believe that when Travis Hunter got beat on that play, I believe that them folks said, you know what? We can win this game without Travis Hunter. We don't want to make your stats look bad, Travis, because you coming to Colorado with me. We gonna pull you out the game. You gonna go in the halftime. We gonna say it's a cold because they can make up whatever reason. We don't know internally what they got going on. But it's ironic that you didn't play. You got pulled out the game tonight. And we know, bro, Travis Hunter going with him. That was the whole sales pitch to get Travis Hunter to come to Jackson State. Come with me. Come here for a year. We're going to put on this performance. We're going to put on this Oscar Award performance. Stay here for a year. And we gone. Because I actually looked at the media press that Colorado did. Bro, do you know that they actually got a YouTube vlog video coming out about the progression from before the championship to his meetings with Colorado and his trip to Colorado? If y'all don't believe me in the chat, go to Colorado Boulder's media press and read the whole media press, and you will see that they have a YouTube video on that media platform that they have, that Barstool or whatever. They have a whole YouTube video coming out showing his progression, leaving Jackson State, going to Colorado, meeting the heads at Colorado, the championship game at Jackson State, and his trip going to Colorado.
That's crazy. And I'm gonna let nerds rock, but I just got a photo of Shiloh on his IG asking, should I stay at Jackson State? And he put up a poll. Interesting. There's a lot that's gonna come from that. Nerds, what you got, baby?
All right. I just want to say a few things real quick. All right. Because I do believe in holding people to their word. I am a fan of that. You know, don't say, you know, be careful what, you know, don't say what you can't, you know, dish out. I forget the saying, but you know what I'm trying to say. So I do respect that. But you know, my whole thing is this. I think he contributed a lot to the program, you know, invested out of his own pocket. And I think he brought a lot of notoriety to HBCUs. And who's to say that because he's leaving, that's not going to stop HBCUs from continuing to thrive. You know, the next person up. You know, it doesn't have to be, you know, like what Kenny was saying earlier. It doesn't have to be a mainstream name. We gotta get out of the expectation. We just gotta appreciate the people who are there and doing exceptional jobs at what they're doing instead of just, oh, let's just go for a name. You know, so there's that. And also, you know, let's be real about this. You know, I think he would like to, you know, have a better opportunity for his son to win a Heisman, you know, playing devil's advocate, speaking on his behalf, you know.
He said he want to win a national championship.
Yeah, and that too, he want to win a national championship. They're not gonna let Jackson State compete for a national championship. They'll never do that.
No, you'd have to get to the FBS level in order to do that, but
right,
that went out the door.
Right, because I mean, I had this conversation. See, I was Zoe's on. I'm using Zoe's words. I'm not good at using other people's words, but he says this phrase: when it works, it works, and when it don't work, then everybody got an issue, you know. And you know, the fact that he's leaving, now people have issues. But while he was here, you know, everything was, you know, nice and dandy. And like I rock with that. What you know, what Zoe said, because I think that's prudent. That's very prudent, to what's happening now. And I don't think that we should be, I understand people upset that he's leaving, but you shouldn't necessarily just think that's the end of Jackson State. If I'm not mistaken, I did my own research. Jackson State, away from like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, Jackson State has always had somebody go to the league or get drafted.
Yeah, we took a nosedive in the mid 2010s, man, and yeah, we did.
I did that research. I saw that they always had somebody go. It don't matter if they went first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. It don't matter. They always had somebody go to the league. So they already had success before Coach Prime. Now, did they go through a slump? No, did Jackson State go through a slump? Yes, the football program did go through a slump, but they always found success. The fan base is still there. That JSU pride is still there. So again, like I don't understand. Just because Coach Prime leaving, ain't no need to be, sour a bit about the situation. I mean, we already knew what it was when he first pulled up. Shoot, would it have been nice to see him stay longer? Yes, I think it was short lived. 2 years, 2 years not enough. But it is what it is. But again, that don't mean that Jackson State is just done.
All right, so let me. Hey, CV, give me 1 second. I'm gonna just pose this real quick, just for thought. Luke Fickell was head coach of Cincy, right? Luke Fickell just took the head coaching job at Wisconsin. Coaches leave jobs all the time and go places. This thing with Coach Prime feels like betrayal.
It was, man. It was, bro.
But let me say why I'm saying it this way. That vlog you talking about, the smile on the airplane with the two coaches that's been with him, rocking with him, is like, all right, we finally did it. We champs. Now we finna get on out of here. And we finna go. That is a real thing for a lot of people. It's just because there's so many things that was happening that many of us, like you had a lot of people like this. Man, I really hope he stay. I really hope he stay. He was gone, bro. He been gone, bro. And I mean, it's just been a means to we got to finish. When that focus and finish came out, I was like, yeah. When I added that to what I kind of already knew that about him leaving, it was what it was. But anywho, CV, what you got, man? What's going on?
What's up, Ken?
What up?
Fellow Jew, what's up, man?
What's happening, baby? What's happening with you?
Well, look here, man. Look, I know man, it's 2:00 on the East Coast, man. Let me just get that out, man. So I'm still up rocking with y'all, man. The whole house is up, man.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we ain't been outside, man, because we've been mentally preparing for this day. Because like some, others in the circle, you start hearing the rumblings about a week ago.
Yep.
You try to be like, I hope it ain't true. I hope he have a dream last night, like in the Bible when Joseph had the dream about the fat cows and the skinny cows, right? Hope he wake up this morning and be like, nah, I can't take that off. But hey, it is what it is. So with that being said, I'm one of the ones that's been rocking with Jackson State since you can say 1985. I mean, going to the games in my mama's womb. So I've seen the highs, the lows, the in-betweens, flying out to Vegas to play UNLV, sitting in the same all-corn game, and what was that, in 2000 when it was cold and wet outside. I've seen it all. But at the same time, in this last, you could say, 2 years, never experienced, never thought we would ever see the day where we'll get like maximum media attention. Walking around from airport to airport, coast to coast, Hawaii, where the hell you go, they see Jackson State. Oh snap, y'all doing a big thing down there. But now that like gone, it's kind of one of the things where you kind of like, damn, I was dating a fine chick in high school and she dropped me for another dude. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's almost, you go back to the you dating a J set, and she run off with the dude with the most money. But then you kind of come back to the reality and say, wait a minute, but I was still that dude when she met me. I'm still gonna be that dude after she leave. And guess what? A couple of years later, I'm gonna marry me a whole executive. You know what I'm saying? So it don't stop. So to everybody out there that, you know, and I kind of hate how people found out. You know, wherever and I guess as stuff was trickling out, maybe it was a good thing. It was kind of controlled, but now people are just really coming to terms with it. So it's gonna take about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, for folks to really kind of get it together on what's going on. But hey, it's Jackson State, man. This school, look, we don't say this 1877 for nothing. We ain't make this stuff up.
She said, I think the breaking into his office was the straw. No, it wasn't.
No, wait. You talking about from like the spring game?
Yeah, that was like the spring game. That was he just getting
Oh, nah, that was a long time ago. The fact of the matter, since we just gonna put it all out here tonight, let's just put it out here. It's just my opinion. It's not certified. It's just certified for me. I think where everybody is feeling down is when you go back to the press conference and he said we're gonna do X, Y, and Z. Yeah, did he do X, Y, and Z to a certain extent? Of course. But when
That's false.
when you're taking the black community and you're kind of giving them hope and you're infusing, because we know how vicious and we know how deceitful these white institutions are. And once you get that into our emotion and say, you know what, this is something we really can do. Like when we went to ULM last year and almost beat them. Like, that's pride. I mean, that's like, okay, let's get another team in here to get some more recruits, and we're going to start beating these schools. But then all of a sudden now it's like, oh, no, I was just doing that temporarily. Hey, I think I've done all I can do. I'm out of here. And it's like, wait, you can't drop us like that. So it's one of those things where, oh, and I want to kind of say this too, as an alum for the players, for the ones that are kind of just contemplating what to do. Look, you still got a whole army behind you. I mean, I want to cuss right now, but I can't because I don't know who's on the line. But you got a whole army behind you. Like, this stuff ain't gonna stop. We gonna be there for you 1,000%. And if you need anything, reach out to Ken, reach out to the 1400 Club. We'll make sure you got everything you need, because our love is deeper than this surface level stuff that you see. And we gonna be here because we're here right now. Because we gotta be the ones to pick up the pieces and keep it moving.
So I'm gonna share this with y'all because, and it's interesting by Dalen. Dalen played at Jackson State.
Wow, I see that.
I'll say this: I knew Dalen was gonna hit the portal before he hit the portal, because one of his teammates was sitting on my couch at the crib because he's from out where I live at, and he told me what it was. You know, he told me how things were. And when you know players, you kind of know how things are, and you let it be what it is. But as far as the decommitments, you got to understand that's going to happen. That was always going to happen. You get what I'm saying? So if they were committed because they were bought into this same thing, I think, and listen, I think all of them should reevaluate their commitment. They were committed to this belief that Coach Prime was there to change the game, and they wanted to be a part of that. Twan Wilson from Polk High School, from Lakeland High School in Florida, is on a team full of, I mean, it might be 12 to 15 players on his team that got D1 commitments, D1 scholarships, and he chose to go to Jackson State with other offers, 3-star safety, DB. And I don't blame them, you know, for reevaluating what they want to do, because they don't know who the heck the coach is. We don't have a football coach right now. So you can't get mad at a kid deciding to decommit from something that they don't know. Now listen. We make the right hire, it goes out and they say, wow, okay. All right, we'll see. And let's say the director of player personnel is still in place, and you reach back out and say, hey, look, we still want you. You know, give it some thought. You know, the new coach is such and such and such. They know about you. They want you. We still willing to. You may see them come back. Then again, they might say, "No, I don't know what the vibe is going to be like. I fell in love with the Instagram posts. I fell in love with the IG videos and YouTube videos and the social media engagement by Coach Prime." We probably going to lose all of them. So I'm just telling y'all, get your mind wrapped around it. Now, when you get a new coach that comes in with a new vision, that comes in and then goes out to start recruiting, because I'm going to tell you like this right here. Every coach has a pipeline. And then what transpires, every coach has relationships. And then you'll start seeing, okay, I'm going over here because just like Coach Prime is going to Colorado and players are going to say, damn, I know I was committed to Ohio State. I'm going to Colorado now because I want to go play for Coach Prime. It's going to be the same thing when our new coach comes to Jackson State. They're going to say, man, I was committed over here. I didn't think about that. But now this coach, I want to go play over here because I know I may have an opportunity to come in and I already know what Jackson State, how their fan base is, yada, 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 yada. And we're going to get our first commitment. But the first commitments are actually going to start with the players that's already in Jackson State uniform. This is just how this goes. This is how this goes. There are players that are on that roster that I pray that they don't hit the portal. I'm going to start naming names in a minute. Savion Wilkerson. I hope he don't leave Jackson State. I hope he stay. Niles Gaddy, Jeremiah Brown, Barron Hobson, K5, Kevry Wiggins, Jalen Hughes, Devontae Davis, Jeremiah Willie Gaines.
Definitely Willie Gaines.
Rico Powers, Malachi Wyman, Jonas Vortillian, Zach Bro, Evan Henry, Tyler Brown. The list goes on and on and on. We got a really good team in place. So the commitments, to hell with the high school decommitments. I ain't worried about that. I don't want the Jackson State Tigers that are on the roster to decommit from Jackson State. You get what I'm talking about? So everything gonna be all right. Trevante Rucker. Oh, absolutely. The DJ Steve. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. Mata, Alto Mata. Our kicker. I don't want nobody.
See, senor.
And you, first of all, I ain't got to keep hoping nothing because I'm actually talking to some of these players. Black Gookin. I'm telling you right now, is people are players gonna hit the portal? Some will. Some will. Some will. But everybody ain't gonna hit the portal. You don't know that. That right there sound like you hope it's gonna happen. You the one that's hoping. You sound like you hoping, not me. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that what Coach Prime said was actually true. Everybody don't need to hit the portal. But if they do, it's all good. There's 3,000 kids in the portal right now. Everybody ain't coming out. That's a fact. That's a fact. So there's some kids that are interested in seeing who's going to be their next coach. If the right coaches come in, the right coach comes in and they like what's going on, they'll stick around. And that's that. So all ain't lost. You know what I mean? I haven't seen everything that I thought that's going on right now because I'm on the live stream, man. But I'm definitely gonna go delve into it a little bit. It seems like it's some spicy things happening on the internet right now, and things are starting to shake and move. But I'm gonna put that comment up here real quick. I'm gonna leave this right here. That portal won't be kind for most of the players, man. Not necessarily just our players, but there's a lot of players that that's like that. I'm telling you, man, if we go in the direction that I think we might go, we ain't gonna have no problem getting no players out the portal. And we ain't gonna have too much of a problem saving some of the players that ain't gone yet. But anywho, I ain't mean to cut nobody off. Suits, if you want to go, you can jump in there. Go ahead.
Man, one of the brothers on here, he just kept reiterating Jackson State gonna be fine. Jackson State gonna be all right. Jackson State gonna be all right. Jackson State. Man, this ain't about Jackson State, man. Man, this is about black folks, man. This is about us as people, man. I mean, this is us as a unified front, man. Like,
Well,
man,
we still got to do that now.
and we got to do it. We resilient. We always gonna do it. We the chosen folks. We gonna always do it. But man, this is a blow, man, to black people, man. It's a blow, man, to us, man. It's a blow,
What do you
man.
think about Coach Prime saying, well, I'm always looking to try to help change the game, and wherever I go, it's gonna be 70% African American players.
Man, it's a blow to us. But you left us to go to white folk. The fallen grave with good, like my uncle say, with good white folk.
But my whole thing is, how come we can't have that same support for whoever come in next?
Bro, I understand that. I get that, and I'm not refuting what you're saying. But someone of that magnitude, and I'm not even talking about just him as in general. It could have been somebody else. But he's the only person with those accomplishments, right? So if it was somebody else, basically what you're saying to these young men, these young black men that are coming up and endeavoring to go to these schools or looking to go into these schools, that these black folks will do, bro, but it ain't good enough. You want to go somewhere else. So why would a young 4-star, a 3-star, 5-star, why would a young 5 or 3 or 4-star even endeavor to go to an HBCU when they just saw one of the coaches leave and go where white folks at? They can't recognize and appreciate Deion Primetime Sanders like we did when we was coming up, because we actually got this seal. We saw him play on Mondays and Sundays. So we have a different appreciation and a value for him as a player. But as a coach, they know Coach Prime. How can you expect them to go to a black university or black college when the person that they looked at as their mentor, somebody that was a hero to them, leave and go where white folks at? And I ain't got nothing against white folks, and I hope ain't no white people on this chat and feel offended. But if you feel offended, then blessings to you. But man, this is a real talk, because I mean, this is our community, man. Like this it's bigger than Jackson State. That's why I'm just sitting here, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. And I really didn't think that it'd hit me like this, man. But it really has, man. Like this is a devastating blow to our community, man. It is, man. Because again, it just showed, and I did on my YouTube. Not my YouTube, but my Instagram. I did a live, and one person had in the comment, it just shows that we can always be bought, and that's true. White folks don't move by money. Asians don't move by money. Indians that own all them gas stations in Jackson don't move by money. Man, them folks move by power, man. And we know that power ain't money, and money ain't power. Because we know a lot of financially empowered people that ain't got no power.
So
look at Kanye.
So winning the national championship, how likely would he win a national championship from 2 years from now to 2 more years at Jackson?
Bro, okay. Let me say this.
Go ahead.
If I'm sure some Mississippi people in here, so y'all will know. If a white person in Annandale or in one of them high-powered neighborhoods in Madison going by a Rolls Royce and they in a $1.2 million house, what is that to them? Just a car, just a Rolls Royce. It ain't no accomplishment. But if somebody from Verdun, somebody from Georgetown, somebody from sub 1 and sub number 2 come up through all of their hardship, go to them, deployed schools in Jackson, they have to face all of that and grow up through all of that and come up and grow and be successful, and are in a position where they are financially free and successful to buy a Rolls Royce. That's an accomplishment. Coming from Jackson State and turning what he could have done on top of what the little that he has done, bro, that would have been an accomplishment. Him going to Colorado winning something ain't no accomplishment. Now they might be.
So him winning the national championship.
Him it'll be an accomplishment.
Him winning the national championship at Colorado wouldn't be of the same magnitude of a Celebration Bowl or SWAC championship.
But bro, he's not gonna win no championship in Colorado. You
How
know,
you know that? You don't know that.
I don't think so. Here's the thing,
bro. He ain't gonna be there long enough.
Let me chime
He's
in.
using that for a stepping stone to go somewhere else.
Probably.
It ain't no probably in it. That's what he did with Jackson State.
Listen. Cause that boy fresh right there. I can't stop complimenting you on your outfit, bro. You fresh. If he just go to Colorado 1 year, like it's just a rental, then I'm on board with you. I will find you on social media. Hey, bro, you was right. But if
Suits in
he
the
stays
sands,
in
man.
Colorado,
That's my Instagram, bro. Add me right now. You know, when it comes that time, I can just go ahead and rebuke you, man. Give you that spiritual rebuke.
If you follow Kenny, I'll find you. If you follow Kenny, I'll find you.
So here's the beautiful thing about this. Everybody has the right to, and I open it up. Like I said, I'm everybody's perspective. Suit's got his perspective. I see a lot of people ain't rocking with what you're saying in the comments, and that's fine. I'm not, I'm just listening because, it is what it is. But here's what I will say about this whole thing with Coach Prime, and I'm in a different spot with it. My emotions are in check with Coach Prime leaving. I'm just saying I understand. I'm gonna say it again, just for those that are watching it and listening. And everybody internalize. I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna say it slowly. Everybody, particularly like Black folks, HBCU alums, not just Black folks. I'm saying HBCU alums and other races, but everybody kind of internalized this Coach Prime phenomenon at Jackson State in their own way. So when he leaves, their reaction to it is solely how they are reacting to it. So what you see happening is when one person expresses how they feel about it, you may get a small segment of people that saying that's right, that's how I feel. Then then you got some people saying, "Oh, that's crazy as heck, y'all tripping." And then somebody else says, and they say, it's a repetitive thing. So I just think people are reacting to it based off of how they internalize it. My internalization of Coach Prime at Jackson State was solely centered around, number one, Jackson State being good again, winning football games. Number two, being a household name and really possibly changing the game like he said that he would. And my thing was this: when I started to see him doing some of the stuff, I just wanted it to continue longer. And when he decided to change course and do something different, my disappointment was centered around, damn, this has been a fun ride and I hate for it to end this fast. And I feel like there's so many things that I never felt like Coach Prime was going to stay forever.
I don't think we all did. We all knew that.
Nobody felt like he was going to stay forever. But 2 seasons, hey, I think most people would deal with it a little better if he had just said, "Hey, I'm thankful, yada yada yada, and I'm ready to go on to my next challenge." He technically did that, but he said some other stuff that kind of drew people in emotionally, and that's what you see transpiring. So it is what it is, man. I'm gonna say it again. I laughed at myself when I got the phone call. If everybody remembered the Usher video, what is it, the Confessions video, when he called and was like, "Hey man, stop playing." You know what I'm saying? When he was like, "Are you for real?" You know what I'm talking about, the video. It was "These are my confessions." I think that was Confessions or whatever. Now, I put up the 5 stages of grief. There's a lot of people pissed off, a lot of people, whatever the case may be. You'll get to the end of it. For me, I wish Coach Prime well. I put out a tweet. Thank you, Coach Prime, for all that you've done at Jackson State. Jackson State is better than how you found it. There's no way you can deny that. Jackson State is in a much better shape right now. Now, the fear around the whole program right now is that everything that was done is going to become quickly undone if we don't do something fast. And that's why you have an administration, and that's why you have those that, that make decisions and make things happen a lot quicker so that you don't lose all your, go ahead. So you don't lose all your progress in a matter of days. So we'll be fine. We really will be fine. I'm telling you, we'll be fine. Unfortunately, it might just be a few other players wearing some of these numbers now. And we just don't know who those players might be. The roster could look totally different in 2023 than it looks currently in 2022. And that's a part of the business. So, but I do feel like we'll get our fair share and we'll see. I think this wave is going to continue to go. But the Coach Prime era is officially in the books at Jackson State. It's cemented. Well, not officially. We still got the Celebration Bowl, but he's pretty much done. And they on the jet. Him, Kevin Mathis, and Andre Hart on the. I knew they was going because they was at Trinity with him, and they was at Prime Prep and all the different endeavors that he's done for years. Hey man.
But I got word that he ain't even coaching the Celebration Bowl.
We'll have to wait and see.
Well,
in my source, I know my source ain't lying.
Well, if he don't, then he don't. That's gonna satisfy a lot of people that was in the chat that was like, no, I was okay with him coaching the Celebration Bowl, but I know one damn thing. I know that professionalism is sometimes smiling when you want to frown, and you put on a face and you put on an air because you're the professional and you're amongst young men that are watching you closely to see how you conduct yourself and comport yourself, and you do what you got to do to keep that professionalism. And then when you're by yourself, then you let your real emotions out and you say, oh no, that's not going to happen. You just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. They were sitting in the room. A.D. Robinson was in there, and the way it sounded on his video, he was like, we got one more to get. And he was talking as if he was still running things. He was still going to coach the game.
But you can look at the body language, the eye contact, the motion, the mannerism of Ashley Robb. The whole game. The whole time now. The whole game.
Well, I was standing right there by him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was standing right there with him.
Like I said, if you want to, me and you would have that conversation outside of here, but nah. It wasn't genuine, bro. It wasn't genuine.
This was
and we definitely got to salute Ashley Robb, man. We got to salute Ashley Robb.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, he has done a good job of hiring coaches, man. And I think he's gonna do another I think he's gonna be another slam dunk. I do. I'm dead serious. I do, man. I think everything's gonna be fine, man. I don't have all the answers, but in time, all the answers will reveal themselves. I'm gonna put this back up here real quick, and we'll rock out for about another 10 minutes and 10, 15 minutes, and we'll go from there. Then I'm gonna throw this up real quick. The last paragraph. JSU football is one of the best programs in college sports. Our universe, tradition, passion-based community. Blah 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 blah. Last statement. We will conduct an aggressive national search for the next leader for JSU football and continue to embrace our championship tradition. So don't think that letter and that statement means that he about to start doing it.
You know one coach I think that will come in and change the tide?
Who?
Brian Flores. Because think about this. One of the assistant coaches for the Steelers is from Jackson. He coached at Mississippi. He coached at Millsaps. He graduated from Alcorn. He's an assistant coach for the Steelers. Brian Flores got hired on by Mike Tomlin just because I think Tomlin felt bad for the brother.
Yeah, he was going through the stuff, but Flores is hey, that's interesting. I wouldn't have guessed that if you gave me 10.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Flores. He'll come in and change the dynamic, bro. Because Flores still got his discrepancies with the NFL right now. I think Brian Flores will be a phenomenal pick. I really think he would, man. I think that brother right there, he would change it, man. He would really, man, that right there, oh my God. To me,
What do you think, man?
That would be bigger than Dion.
No, I don't think he'd be bigger than Dion.
I mean, from where we at right now.
Let me be real about something. Is there a such thing? Can we can't listen, man. There's only one Deion Sanders. It don't make no difference how you feel about that. Somebody said not for 500K. See, I'm glad you showed back up, Royal Path. That number is false.
Yeah, very false.
That ain't the number. I'm gonna need you to multiply that times 3. Multiply that times 3. And then you'll get close to the number that he was at. Annually. Absolutely.
But everybody getting that off of, what's been reported in the public too, right? So that's a little.
Yeah, it's a little different when you go talk to the person that signed off on the check that pays him. So
Oh yeah, absolutely.
yeah, that's a different. I don't give a damn about no reports. Not talking about you. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That information wasn't really just out there for public consumption intentionally.
Right. I mean, you're not gonna have coaches, man, that's gonna get to the magnitude and have the magnetism that Prime had. I mean, you got your Ed Reeds, you got
Prime said so. Troy Aikman. This is one of the things about the interview Neely did, and this was something. This is a true statement. He talked about when Troy Aikman sat down on the pregame show, and Troy Aikman was like, "Look, our playing days are over, but what Deion Sanders has been able to do is stay relevant and stay prime time despite still not playing. But it's been a long time since Deion Sanders has played sports, bro. He's 55 years old, and he's still a polarizing figure. The man has done a masterful job on. We may not like it because of how we feel. You get what I'm saying? But we can also learn from how he has moved in a lot of capacities. You know what I'm saying? How he marketed himself magically. I mean, masterfully. And it feels a little funky on our end, but if the end goal for him was to get to that next level, he did it successfully. And he also won. So those championships don't go with Deion Sanders. Those championships stay with us. We just hit 8. That's our 18th SWAC championship, football championship, right? The things that are in place now at the university don't go with Deion. That stuff stays. So Jackson State is a hot job right now, man. It's a great job with facility upgrades, with the #1 FCS fan base, the largest fan base. You got a 60,000 seat stadium. And you got a lot of brand recognition. So when you go sit in the living rooms and whatnot of recruits, they know who Jackson State is. Now it'll be a different conversation this time around, and you may have to grind it out a little bit more than just saying, "Hey, I'm Deion Sanders, come play for me." But every other coach in the SWAC is doing it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So every other coach in America is doing it.
Right.
They don't have a Deion Sanders. They say they do the work. They build relationships. They go and they recruit kids to come to those programs. And we got to do the work. It is what it is. So we ain't going to be able to take away what he did, no matter how we feel about it, no matter what our emotions are. The man he won. And quite frankly, he put Jackson State in the living rooms and on the TVs of a lot of people in this country. You know what I'm saying? You say, why would anybody want to play for him right now? You want to know why people will play for him and why they will go play for him? Because it's easy there's a lot of people that's not attached to the emotions of HBCUs. Just look at the comments if you don't believe me.
Right.
Everybody like, man, that's good for him, man. Man, I'm talking about people that of every race, including black, that's like, man, this is good for him. Like, and it very well is, So don't think for 1 second that the emotions that we're feeling is the consensus of America. No, it's a lot of people that's Black America feeling some type of way, but we ain't been unified since when? When last time we've been unified as a people to do anything?
Right.
In Africa.
And for the individual in the comment section that said, I said Brian Flores was from Jackson. I didn't say that. With the Alcorn, I didn't say that. I said Isaac Williams, the assistant coach for the Steelers, graduated from Alcorn.
That's another thing. People really on this stuff, bro. People hear what they want to hear. I'm not kidding, dog. I know it firsthand. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said no, Prime already has his OC in mind and are conducive for Shador to flourish, not Willie's offensive scheme. Yeah, I heard that report. EA.
So what do you think about what you think about Cam Newton?
Cam Newton, now listen. Cam Newton would wear exactly what you got on right now, by the way. Let me just say.
Hey, nah, man.
Hey, the only difference with Cam Newton, you got to bust the top of the hat off and you got to let them dreads hang out. You know what I'm saying?
And look, wristbands. Look, and he got to be about 3 more sizes smaller, you know.
So let me say this, though. Cam Newton, man, I don't know. I know he's got the 7-on-7 program. But if you're talking about polarizing, you're talking about it would be highly talked about. I would just say it that way because he's an Under Armour guy.
Right.
He's he has a top 7-on-7 program. He's he's in touch with the youth but does he really want to coach? Does he really, can he, I ain't gonna say he can't build a staff and can't men and can't do, but there's a lot of question marks. That's a gamble, bro. That's a gamble.
But I mean, I think he would have the magnetism that he can relate. See, Coach Prime, even though he was an older gentleman, he still was able, he still had that swag. He still had that youth-driven swag where he was able to relate to them young men, bro, because we in a different generation.
That's what this person is saying. Cam will be bigger than Prime? He's more in touch.
Nah.
I ain't gonna say bigger than Prime. That's a reach.
I think that he can be more relatable. And think about it now. When Prime came in,
that's true.
Prime ain't really have no coaching ability like that. He came in with that school that closed. But other than him and Cam was kind of really on the same level as coaching.
That's true. Deion was a gamble. It was absolutely a gamble that paid off. But hey, one thing about Cam Newton, big risk, big reward.
Because, bro, like Jackson State is at a point right now, bro. You can't go from no Ferrari to no Nissan Altima, man. We can't do that, man. We can't do that, man. We can't do it. Now, it's nothing against the coaching staff that we have right now, bro. But in order to stay at the level, it's not, bro. People want to octane. It's not about octane, it's about maintaining. You got to stay at the level where you at. And I feel like Cam Newton will bring them recruits because, like you said, he gonna dress. He gonna be, he gonna look like the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland. But he gonna bring them kids in. He gonna bring the recruits in, bro. And he's gonna be relatable.
Cam Newton, man.
Oh man, I've been saying something about this, but let me just say this real quick. Travis Hunter came up through Cam's team, 7-on-7 team.
Sure did.
Cam, and you want to talk about a hell of a recruiter? Like I said this before, in another room on Facebook. Somebody was doing something. I was like, bro, I think Cam would be a hell of a recruiter, but I could see Cam being more of an O coordinator, not necessarily the responsibility of a head coach. Not saying that he can't do it, but I would rather see him be like a O coordinator and just recruit kids. I could see him like doing that and having more success.
He can still do that because he could be a CEO head coach. You get an OC, you get an assistant, you get a DC and some GAs and some you get a decent staff that really do a lot of the nuts and bolts and everything like that. For example, Coach Prime had Coach Flea on the staff.
Yep.
Coach Flea did the schedule. Like when they was doing the planning and scheduling it for the week and all the different things, Coach Flea, you know why? Because Coach Flea was a head coach before. Coach Prime wasn't. So that's what I'm saying. So it pays to have. Cam Newton could hire, let's just say because we're having fun with this now. But if Cam Newton could very well go and hire somebody that's ran a program before and be fine. You get what I'm saying? If somebody hires Cam Newton, especially at an HBCU, who like EA put in the chat that it's he comes from a family of HBCU graduates, right? Listen, man, that would be a game changer. We said that with Coach Prime, but Cam Newton, man, Cam Newton is that guy.
Hey man, you know what?
It'll be a gamble, but I'm saying that in a necessarily good. It's I'm not saying that negatively per se. You can win big if you gamble. Go ahead.
You know what? I'm cool with Cam brother CJ, man, because I ain't gonna lie, Cam an a-hole. I'm cool.
The coach did probably.
Well, no, I mean, you know, but I'm cool with CJ, man. I'm gonna go to Fellowship tomorrow, the cigar bar, because his brother runs the cigar bar, and I'm gonna go chop it up with his brother. I'm gonna put it in his ear. Hey man, you need to get your brother to come on to Jackson State, man.
We gotta. I don't know, man. I'm telling you, man. Like I trust AD Robinson, man. He's done a great job, man. Both coaches, like I said, that was coaching today in the game or yesterday in the game was given their first college head coaching job by Ashley Robinson. So Deion Sanders, I mean, is forever indebted because he didn't have a job and he wanted it. You know, he believed in himself to go in and interview for a Power Five. I think him at Florida State would have just been crazy. You know what I'm saying? But that didn't happen. It didn't happen at Arkansas, and then Jackson State gave him his first opportunity. And, I would love to see Coach Prime, since he is going to Jackson State, I would love for him to throw some money back. He said it's not about the bag, but we definitely could use the bag. So, I'd love to see Coach Prime, funnel some bread back towards Jackson State in a way, but that'll be cool. I don't think that'll happen, or at least I don't know if it'll happen or not, but that'll be dope.
Hey,
somebody in the comment section said, go flood Cam comments and put Jackson State in the comments. All right.
What you got, CV?
Hey, did we ever get that money from Diddy?
We don't know.
Yeah, I was told. Well, I don't want to repeat what I was told today, man. It just, I heard something about a rift amongst the administration trying to tell him how to divvy it up amongst wherever departments or something to that effect. And I think, Coach Prime made it very clear that he wanted all that money to go towards the football program. But
Ken, not to cut you off, but Coach Prime then put the video, man, that he done already made it to Colorado. The people of Colorado then came on the jet and gave him his bag. He getting off the Colorado plane with the Colorado hat on now. He's shaking hands, and they got the video. They got the camera crews out there, the news, everybody out there. Man, that's crazy.
It's a big deal, man. They got their coach, and I'm happy for him, man.
But, bro, not even a couple of hours after the SWAC championship.
But that was reported, though, that he was going to make the announcement. He was going to accept the job after the SWAC championship. Listen, when they put that stuff out there, man, I read it and I digest it. And when it happens exactly like they say it, it's not shocking to me no more. Yeah, Tessa, it is true. I just hate to,
But I mean, I'm saying
it feels. Listen, bro, you watching your back. You had that dime, bro. You had that baddie, right? You had you had your bad mama, man. You know what I'm saying? And you saw her just get picked up in the Rolls Royce, man, and drove off. And you watching her Instagram story, and she letting you see how life is a little different now because she done left you, and you watching it. And I ain't looking for that because I ain't trying to feel some. I'll look at it eventually, but I'm gonna miss Coach Prime as head coach at Jackson State. But we got to move on, man. We got to move on and find our next head coach and get behind him. And
so let me ask you this. Let me ask you this real quick.
I'll shut up.
Is that normal for a coach the same day after a big game like this? That's normal.
That's the business of college football, man. Look,
absolutely.
Lincoln Riley did it, and he at USC.
Dan Mullen left in the middle of the damn season.
Hey man, this is business. At the end of the day,
he was doing so bad. He left in the middle of the season. He ain't even finished. They had like 3 games left, and they had a bowl game. He left. Ain't even finished the season with them. He just left, got out of Florida, and went to another job. So
I'll say this. We got a platform, man. Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club, bro. It's my goal and mission to get A.D. Robinson as well as President Hudson on the show. And I love to ask those questions, you know what I'm saying? How they felt things might have went. Do they feel like there was some things that could have been different? You know what I mean? And what are we going to do and put in place so that not the next prime time situation, we don't feel like we let it slip through our fingers. You know what I mean? Not saying that this is what transpired because like Coach Walker said last night, you can't keep what don't want to be kept, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we still got to make sure that we're doing our part. And I'm talking directly to the alums and supporters of Jackson State football. Make sure we're doing our part and make sure we have the right infrastructure in place so that we're able to sustain some things a little longer. We should not be going over the same damn roadblocks that we went through with Coach Prime. This was a new experience. And we ain't never had to deal with this before. You get what I'm saying? We ain't never been in this type of situation. So this was one of one. So there were some mistakes made along the way. There were some I wish we could have had a do-over. But sometimes you have to lose in order to gain.
And another thing, let me ask you this, Ken.
Yep.
Since Colorado, because I looked up Colorado is with Nike. How is that going to affect the Arm situation?
Well, I'm pretty sure that's already been ironed out. They're probably going to be Under Armour by the time they roll out next season, and that's that. So I don't know, man. I don't know, and I don't care about the apparel deal, man. It is what it is, and yeah, I'm not even shocked, man. Yeah, they pumped up, man. They got their coach. I see what you're talking about.
Yeah,
and
I'm definitely going by fellowship tomorrow and campaigning for Jackson State, man. So hey, man, go Tigers, man. To hell with everybody else, man. Go Tigers, man. Y'all see, I got my blue and red on. So go Tigers.
Man, this is what that's right, man. This is what he got. I'm looking at it now. I see the
Because to me, man, it's an insult to black people, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just gonna be real with you. It's a major insult to black people, man. It's everybody in the chat that's on one accord with what we talking about. It's an insult to all of us. All the men that's in the chat, all the women that's in the chat. It's an insult to the children. It's an insult to us, man. It's an insult, man. I take it personal. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't have any kids that play for Jackson State, you know. I went to Jackson State for 1 year. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I went to Southern. But it's an insult to us, man. I take it personal, bro. I really, really, really take it personal. And I got a couple of resources. So I'm definitely going by fellowship tomorrow, man, and chopping up with CJ. You know what I'm saying? And talk to him and see what's what. But it's an insult, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's an insult. Because it's not about how he did it. I mean, it's not about what he did. It's how he did it, man. He didn't do that right, man. He didn't do us right, bro. And then you came in the door talking about unifying black people and our schools don't have the same facilities and all of this. But
Well, let me say this. My pops always told me leave room for error. I don't know everything, bro. I don't know. I don't know what could have been, what could have, would have, where it went left. I don't know. I got my speculations. Here's what I'm not about to do, bro. I'm not about to internalize this no more. You know what I'm saying? It's for listen, I just looked at that video. Deion Sanders is the head football coach for Colorado now, and our era is over. So I'm done with that, bro. I'm just ready to see what we do next. I'm ready to get this Celebration Bowl win. From the looks of this damn video, it don't look like he's gonna be coaching the Celebration Bowl. I know he said it.
he ain't.
But that
He's
ain't
not.
that Deion gone, man.
And my guy last night was heated. I called him like 1 o'clock in the morning, right before I think I got on your show, and he was heated, bro. Matter of fact, he was at Downtown Cigar last night.
There's a lot of people heated. There's a lot of people heated.
He
man.
was heated, bro.
There's a lot of people heated and emotional. Because here's the thing, and this is what people got to understand. We do not feel like our shit is lesser than theirs.
Yep.
I'm going to say it again. We don't feel like it. You're not going to make us feel like it.
And I don't.
Do they have more money? Sure they do. More money could buy more things. If we had more money, guess what we could get, bro? On-campus stadiums, state-of-the-art facilities. Everything would look totally different if the money was there. So, yes, our HBCUs severely underfunded. You're absolutely right they are. You get what I'm saying? It just makes me want more for us. This felt good for 2 years, man. It felt good. Despite how it ended, it felt good for 2 years. I've enjoyed it. We got a lot of work to do, bro. And I'm really about the business of trying to be a part of the change, bro. And I get where you coming from, and I feel you. I had my emotions, but when I get emotional, I let my emotions lead me to action. And then I want to get more involved. I want to see what ways, because sometimes it ain't always about money. Ideas matter, man. Somebody came up to me with a dope ass idea for fundraising, that we can create a campaign that is fluid in every aspect of businesses, where we can make it simple and we can put that in the hands of businesses. We can use it and we can push that and make the city become a part of this campaign that's centered to funnel funds and support into Jackson State. If we want to see Jackson State get to that level, we got to be willing to invest in our own, man, and really let this feeling. All I'm going to say is this right here, and I'm going to be done with the whole thing for the night. And then, after that, I'm going to get back to the football piece of it. Man, let those emotions, use those emotions. Don't let those emotions go to waste. Don't let them go to waste. Whatever you're feeling about Deion, use those emotions as fuel to provoke change, just like he said that he was here to do. And maybe that's how he came to provoke change. He was able to give us a little bit of little taste of it, and then he left the way he left, and it pissed off a lot of people, and that might provoke us and prick us to get off our hands and get off our behinds to do more and change the things that we don't like. You can't change what you can't control, bro. If you can't control it, you got to change the way you think about it. So we got to only do what we can do. There's a lot of shit. There's a lot of things we can do, man, on our end to make Jackson State great and make things a lot easier for the administration, for the university. You start by donating. You know what I'm saying? I know somebody mentioned that earlier, but not just donating, like that. We can really ask the right questions. Find out when the meetings are for, needing, be in the know. Ask questions. We all got connections. Ask the right questions and apply pressure, man, to make sure that we get the things that we want to get done. So, that's my whole point on that, man. I'm happy for Deion, bro. I mean that genuinely. I don't wish nothing on him. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. He gotta win. Because if he don't win, all this pageantry is up. Man, every coach that done got fired this year had a day where they was introduced and people had cameras and people were clapping and people were celebrating them. They was like, we got our coach. Until they got fired. Willie Taggart just got fired. But when he got hired at at FAU, after Lane Kiffin left, that was a celebratory moment. One thing he was right about tonight was, coaches either leave voluntarily or they leave with, forcefully. So, he's choosing to jump off he struck while the iron was hot. And they overpaid, man. They cut the checks. So Andre Hart, think about it. Andre Hart been with Coach Prime for how long? I don't know how much money Andre Hart makes, but I know how much money he's finna make now. Well, I mean, I know it's gonna be substantial. You get what I'm saying? If he the linebackers coach for Colorado, probably gonna be getting paid $500,000 or $600,000 a year, man. That's a lot of money, bro. It's different. That's a different bag right there, man. That's life-changing money. So hopefully everybody that goes with him gets blessed financially and they have success. I wish them success, man. I wish him success. I'm a fan of Shador still, man. I hope he goes to Colorado and kick behind, bro. I'm not one of those people that now I feel like because coach ain't there, I'm gonna wish ill on him. I ain't gonna be checking for him like that. I will keep up with I will look from a distance to see how Colorado is doing when the games start when the games start to be played. But I'm not gonna be digesting all of the Colorado content because I just choose to not go in there and look at it like that because we're going to see a lot of things that look like how things used to be for us and we're going to feel some type of way about it. So I'll let y'all get ready.
Hey, I got a question real quick, Kenny.
Go ahead.
All right. Do y'all think the water crisis, away from the money, do you think the water crisis has something to do with it as well? After 2 years success, all this notoriety, all this lack excellence, all these pros.
Man, come on, bro. Deion had 40 acres and a mule, man, living in a mansion in Dallas, Texas, and he adjusting in Jackson wasn't the easiest thing to do. Okay, and then you factor that in with the water crisis. That's a lot to have to deal with, man.
Man, Deion lived in a state, man, out there in Canton, man, in Madison County, bro.
Totally. No. I'm saying having to deal with it from a university standpoint, and your student athletes aren't able to, bathe, and that's a real problem, man. This, Jackson is that issue is a real thing. Someone lost their life. Someone lost their child on the campus of Jack State.
Yeah.
That happened.
Yeah.
He got all his kids on the campus.
Yeah.
Shiloh's truck got broken into.
Yeah.
His bike got stolen. Somebody broke into his office at the, what I'm saying? Just various
stole his phones.
Yeah, so it's a lot of stuff, but the HBCU than most HBCUs in the hood, you know what I'm saying? So you close to, but crime is a proximity thing, man. You know what I mean? Like, you go to the suburbs, you go to nicer areas, and the crime is a little less because you're dealing with a different socioeconomic demographic, you know what I'm saying? So, man, listen, bro. I'm gonna be real with y'all when I say this. I work my behind off to get to where I'm at. It's just certain places I ain't never going back to.
That's real.
I'm just being real. Like I ain't even lying when I say that, bro. I told you my first apartment was in Burwood, bro.
Not Burwood.
I know, and my house right now, bro. Listen, I got a room in my spot, bro, where you know what I'm saying. I got my little movie joint, my little movie room, big screen. I could just kick back and watch and just chill with the LED lights, all that. Bro, I ain't going back to the $42 a month if I can help it, dog. You get what I'm saying? I feel what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Dion is a 1%er, bro. It's already difficult enough, but he wanted to get into coaching, and nobody wanted it. Now, granted, he wasn't trying to go to no HBCU. The HBCU just so happened to be Jackson State that was available and was open. So he gave us 2 good years, man. Hell, that's longer than some marriages out here, man. But and we keeping it a buck. And we keeping it a buck, you know what I'm saying? And
man, that's like she getting divorced at 3 o'clock, and then at 7 o'clock, at 12 o'clock, she in Paris with the dude.
I mean, we won a SWAC championship though.
Yeah.
1 or 2 of them back to back.
2 of them back to back and undefeated season.
Well,
man.
That's different.
Stuff that's done at Jack, we ain't got no reason to hope. The emotions is about wanting it to last longer, wanting it to continue. Let's make no mistake about it. We want him to stay longer, but again, we don't know how hard it was for him to stay. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be. I'm just speaking from all sides of it. Like, we think about things from our perspective, and again, I'm not self-centered. Y'all hear me, right? In the chat, I'm not self-centered. I don't feel like the world revolves around my thoughts. I don't think that just because I thought it, that it necessarily is right. You get what I'm saying? It's just how I feel about it. So, but I don't know Dion's reality like that. So
it just hurts his black people, man. It hurts, man. I ain't gonna lie, it hurts, bro.
Well,
I ain't gonna lie to you. And it's crazy, man. And you know, like, I don't even call it serendipity. I found your channel last night, bro. Like, real talk. You know, and I just feel like that was divinity. You know, and I ain't gonna lie, man, it hurts. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. It hurts.
You ain't the only one hurting. I mean, there's a lot of people that's hurt and it feels a certain type of way. But you keep watching them Boulder, Colorado videos, you're gonna your 5 seconds gonna go to anger.
Yeah, you had insult to injury.
Eventually you're gonna get to acceptance. Eventually you're gonna get to acceptance and be like, man, I ain't the type of person that watches the stuff that gives me pain. I'm finna watch comedy. I'm gonna put on some Patrice O'Neal or some Bernie Mac, and I'm gonna laugh my behind off, and I'm gonna move on.
Or I might just get mad and pull a Charleston White and pull that pistol out, you know.
Man, let me tell you something, man. I ain't doing that, but I say this.
You gonna go to jail? He crazy and biting himself.
Here's the thing, and we got about 5 minutes left, y'all, because I'm gonna shut up and let y'all go. I'm gonna get off this thing in 5 minutes on the head. Listen, man, I'm gonna say it again. Thank you, Deion Sanders. Thank you for coming to Jackson, Mississippi, and giving us some hope and letting us see what it looks like. He gave us an idea of he gave us a true visual of what we wanted to see, and that was a reality. And now that we've seen it, if we want more of it, we gotta go manufacture this stuff, man, and do it again. We gotta go do it again. We gotta go make a good hire, and then we gotta continue to support, man. It's okay. But I'm not saying for me, everybody ain't where I am with this because again, I found out he was leaving on Thanksgiving Day. So I'm a little further ahead of everybody. For some people, this is like shock and awe right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, he really left. Yeah, I felt this when I went to see Tamika Reed in the women's basketball team play against UCLA. I was dealing, bro. I was dealing. That was a Friday after Thanksgiving. Remember?
Yeah.
I was dealing, bro.
Yep.
And I went on live after that, and I was just trying to just talk myself through feeling better. You know what I'm saying? But through regular phone conversations, dog, I was sick, man. I was like, God dang, bro. Man, bro, he can't stay one more year. I asked the same question like 37 different ways, hoping that I was going to get a different response because it was just hard. Like, dang, bro, dog, because I really wanted to see what I've expressed in the past, what I wanted to see. So But I'm okay, man. Listen, we won. We SWAC champions. And listen, y'all, I'm not doing no more 3, 2, 4 hour streams about Dion after this, man. Get it out. Get that shit out, man. Get it out, because when I come back on, we got to get back to the football part. Now, it's going to be a lot of moving parts. I know it's going to be a lot of questions about the coaches and stuff. I can't wait till we get a new coach and a new coach's name, because then we're going to feel a lot better. Okay? There's still going to be a nice part of us that's going to be like, man, I don't know why we went that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody ain't going to be happy. But I can't wait, you know what I'm saying, to see a coach name. Don't worry about the collateral damage. There's going to be a lot of decommitments. That's just the nature of the business. Hell, all of them might they might all go over to Colorado with him.
Colorado.
You know? And if that's what they decide to do, then by all means, it is what it is. I'll let y'all have y'all last word. I'm done.
Yeah, I would like to see Malachi stay. I think Malachi is a very talented young man. And just the reason why he didn't play a lot this year, because he did that to himself. And shouts out to Coach Prime, not allowing kids to think they are above the system. Even Travis, he made Travis sit an extra game, and Travis had got suited, and he went and told him, "Nah, you're not playing today."
Yeah.
He sent him back to the locker room to go change his outfit.
No doubt.
So, I don't know. It's a lot of talented young men.
You break it. You cutting in and out, nerds. You cutting in and out.
Chunk of them. I was just inspired.
2 minutes, bro.
To hear the James Houston, the 4 stories. Transfer from Florida, came in, like, if you just watch.
Nerds, you cutting in and out, bro. Hey, I'm about done.
All right, hello.
Hey, you cutting in and out. Plus, I'm about to get ready to end it, bro. So go ahead and land your plane, brother.
Can't you hear me, Kenny?
I can hear you now. I'm saying go ahead and
yeah. I'm gonna land right here. My bad. Now, I was saying, I am a little sad to see. I enjoyed the James Houston stories. Transferring from another school and coming on and just showing out, and then making it to the league, and now he's gonna have an opportunity to become an impact player. I want to see more of that. I'm curious to see what happened to Aubrey, but yeah, I ended at that.
Yes, sir. I'll be back on, man. I appreciate you, brother. CV.
All right, real.
What you got, CV?
Real quick, man. I'll land this plane real quick, man. Look, just think back to 2012, 2013, when we had Cameron Loeffler, we had Ty Wilshire, we had, I think, Tim Dandridge. We had all those guys, man, that commentary had brought in good hard playing guys that love that craft. Heck, we even talk about Casey Terrio.
Yep.
So we gonna be fine, man. We're gonna be all right. So just, I hate everybody had to find out this way, but hey, man, look, we done been through worse, man. And so, yeah, man. So
at least this time we losing a coach that's good, not a coach that got fired.
Exactly. And so, in all the years, I'm sorry, go ahead. Yeah, in all them years where the season would end and I'll turn off my TV, unplug it from the screen, say, well, I guess it's on the next year, 4-8 season. You know what I'm saying? But shoot, hey, we still undefeated. Hey, we still got a plan to go to Atlanta. I think the biggest thing now is wrapping our arms around the players.
Right.
Let them know that they're still loved. Let them know that they're still wanted. Let them know that they're still needed. Let them know they're still Jacktown Jews, man. And so we got to finish this game. We got to go out here with a victory. And then every single last one of them are welcome back next year so we can run this 3-peat.
No doubt, brother. Man, I appreciate you coming on, bro.
Man, appreciate you, man.
All to you, baby.
All right, Doc.
Yes, sir. Stoops, you get the last comment. Don't be too long.
Nah, man. Hey, man, I just want to say I appreciate you, man, for allowing me the opportunity and the liberty to come on here and speak.
Yes, sir.
Bless to everybody in the chat, man. I mean, I just think we got, as black people, I know it's kind of cliche, man, but we got to get back to that mantra, man, because really, man, we all we got, bro. That's it.
No doubt about it, man. Hey, bro, you came in this thing sharp, man. Next time I come on, I might have to clean it up a little bit, man. I got to level up to be on your level, bro. But I appreciate you, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. Blessings to the chat, bro. And matter of fact, can you pin your Instagram right quick?
Well, yours is Suits and Sam, right?
Yeah. Suits and Sam.
I'll just find you on IG. I'll send you. And my name is the exact same as what you see.
Okay. All right. Right on.
All right, brother. Peace out. All right, y'all, man. It's been good, man. We 12-0, SWAC champs. Coach Prime is now in Boulder, Colorado. We'll sit and we'll wait to see what Ashley Robinson is going to do next. I'm excited about, the names that I've heard, and we'll just see. We'll see who we decide to roll with. And I don't think you can go wrong with any of those names. So we'll go from there. 12-0. We're looking forward to going 13-0, man. And I'll see y'all in Atlanta. I think next time I'll be back on. I'm not going to do a Monday stream. I'm going to take a couple of days off from it and just got a lot of video content from the game. I'll be putting a few things out on the page. And as I'm traveling, I might do a live. I may just do an impromptu live from the airport or something like that, or wherever, and just kind of go from there. So other than that, man, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Get that pain out, man. Get it out, man. It's all good. And y'all got to get to that acceptance. Go on, accept it, man. But for right now, we champs, man. And let's enjoy the moment. And it's kind of bittersweet, but at the same time, it is what it is, man. All love. Go Tigers, man. Do y'all love, baby.